Well, it's a nautical adventure on today's episode of Longtime Watcher, First Time Writer. Hello, and thank you for joining us as always. As usual, I am your longtime watcher, King Fats the 95th, and I am joined as always by my wonderful first time writers, Action Shakespeare.
Ahoy!
B Drops, almost forgot your name there.
Hello.
And the magical whale gopher.
In the words of Tachibana, yo.
Yes, it's a wonderful day here at First Time Writer, and we're going to be talking about Kamen Rider Season 1, Episodes 18 and 19, Fossil Man Starfinger, and the monstrous Crabbubbler appears in Hokkaido. And I'd say we are just about ready to get right into it, but first, as always, we get to update that kill count. Take it away, B-Drops.
Thank you, King Fats. So, episode 16 and 17 were kind of doozies.
Yeah.
Shocker looked at Hayato coming in strong and said, "Oh God." So, episode 16, I'll just preface with this. Shockingly, episode 16 and 17, not a single rider kill between either episode.
God, yeah, technically you're right, huh?
Oh gosh.
And Shocker definitely took great advantage of that. So episode 16, we have a grand total of 17 kills by Shocker.
Wow.
Yeah. Literal
Amazingly-
busloads.
Now let me ask, does that include the Pyrosaurus himself? Did we add
Yes,
that?
that does.
Okay.
Yes. Shockingly enough, this is not the first two-parter featuring the same enemy wherein the enemy dies in both episodes,
Yep.
which is very funny to me the more I realize stuff like that. And we are not even 20 episodes into the show. We also have our second addition to the miscellaneous category of deaths. These kills are under Taki's belt as he slashed 2 Shocker goons in episode 16.
Good job,
For a
Taki.
grand total of 19 kills for episode 16. 17, Shocker is just still taking incredible advantage of that lead with a total of 16 kills.
God.
God.
Yeah, they went to fucking town on those episodes. I
Yeah,
forgot.
they really did.
Yeah, they went nuts. They killed an entire busload of people as well as an entire bar full of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
But
god. I
not
forgot
without
about the
making
bar.
great pains to do so first.
Great pains.
Fucking hey,
I
barkeep,
still-
what do you have? Yeah, I'm gonna have your life see. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't just go around doing that. That's just creepy.
That's just creepy.
So episode 17 only includes those 16 kills from Shocker's side. So our current total
Oh,
post
God.
episode 17 turns out to be Shocker at 85 kills.
Woo!
God.
Woo, baby.
Which unfortunately puts them hold on, did I misread a number here?
I hope not.
I think I did. One moment.
Whoa.
Oh
carry,
no.
carry the 2.
Carry the 2. Sorry. One moment.
I'm not gonna. I also cannot do math, so. I'd have had us in the thousands by
Yeah.
now. Goofing up
This,
equations.
You know, it didn't occur to me until you guys just brought it up that Shocker has a kill count against their own monster.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Himself counts.
Straight up.
Yeah, they have between these 2 episodes 2 kill counts against themselves. They also Maya was also killed
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
that's
Parasaurus
right.
gas.
You right?
That's right.
Oh,
I
and
apologize,
also, I
I-
guess, did we count when Fashy Statue kills other scientist girl?
Yes, we did.
That was Cobra
But
Man,
technically,
Yeah, that was the
he ordered
Cobra
Cobra Man
episodes,
to do
but
it.
still. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I apologize. One of my numbers was wrong. I had to recheck that really quickly. So, Shocker's at 85 kills.
Mm-hmm.
Team Kamen Rider, unfortunately, due to getting no kills, is now 20 kills behind at 65 total kills.
I mean,
no.
God, that's still a lot, but yeesh.
And our miscellaneous count is up to 3 kills now.
Good
so,
job, Miscellaneous.
Yeah, you're getting somewhere.
Power to
and
the
that brings
people.
us to a grand total of 153 kills
Good Lord.
as of episode 17.
We're almost at. We haven't broken 20 episodes, and we're almost at 200 kills.
I'm wondering if we
Averaging 10
can
an
break
episode.
200. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
they really pick it up. Honestly, every time Shocker gains ground, it is never an insignificant amount. Like,
Yeah.
they tend to kill between, like, there's, like, no numbers in between. They kill, like, 2 people in an episode, or they kill, like, 15 people in an episode.
Either go big or go home, right? That's Shocker's philosophy,
I guess
apparently.
so.
Although that makes me say, now that I'm thinking about it, there weren't too many deaths in these 2 episodes that we're about to talk about, were there?
No, not
Just a
really.
few.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Oh, well, yeah.
Hayato did kind
He
of
did-
go a little crazy
he did,
here.
He did do a big explosion again.
Oh, yeah. We're getting we're gonna get a few numbers
Yeah.
in his favor. That's for sure.
Apparently, that's going to be the pattern here. Is Shocker is going to catch up, and Hayato's going to be like, "Oh no, you don't," and then he's going to
Yeah,
blow up a Shocker base.
Everybody's got to get their heat back every other episode. Like, oh fuck you! No, I'm gonna kill 10 people.
Yeah, it's all the one-upsmanship.
I can only imagine the retribution that Hayato will carry in the next set of episodes to really get the kill count.
Yeah, I mean, we can only imagine, right? He's behind by a significant. Well, hold on. He might have already done 20 kills this episode. We'll see.
No,
Probably not
No,
quite.
There
that
weren't
low,
that
yeah.
many.
I'm
There
gonna
weren't
say
that
the
many.
rough estimate is around 8 to 10.
You
Yeah,
think so?
Yeah,
I'd put it there.
I guess with the main antagonist as well, maybe up to like 12, maybe 13
Maybe.
for another just mook.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
Well,
getting ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves.
Well, that's like we said
That's our
previously, we
catchphrase.
live ahead of ourselves here at this podcast.
You know, when you have a 600 IQ, your brain goes at 1 billion miles per second, and
Yeah,
sometimes you
exactly.
get ahead of yourself.
It's
And
just
while we don't have 600 IQs, I don't think,
it's
um,
collective. All of
it's
our
in the
IQs together is 600.
it's
'Cause
in
we're
the
all
spirit
genetic
of
freaks.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, exactly. It's always in the spirit of Kamen Rider in which we do anything. And so now it's going to be in the spirit of Kamen Rider in which we go ahead and do this episode. That's going to be episode 18 of Kamen Rider, again, called, it is Fossil Man Starfinger, if you want the English translated version, which, damn do I love Starfinger. What a
Starfinger is a hell of a name.
Starfinger is a hell of a name. Fossil Man Hito Danger, which is it's not as fun as Starfinger, but it does punch well. I like
I
Hito
love-
Danger.
I personally love Hito Danger. Like that's the kind of pun I live for.
Yeah, Hito Danger is super good. Original air date July 31st, 1971. We get a little bit of a synopsis from the wiki here, so we'll just go ahead and go with it. Hey, that's a little bit of
Hey.
information I didn't have that we just got. Dope.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, while climbing the mountains, the Tadokoro brothers accidentally spot a shocker base. Starfish Danger hunts them down.
That's their name?
Apparently, they were the Tadokoro brothers.
Alright.
He swings a bit
Cool.
faster. He swings a bit slower. But yes, the episode starts with these 2 brothers, and they're walking their way along a mountain trail, singing about how girls shouldn't marry mountain men because they might die in the mountains, and then those girls will be widows. What
Yep.
a cool song.
What a cool song, dude.
Cool.
Why don't you
good
yodel
song.
it, you fucking lederhosen wearing?
Girls, that bitch.
little hiking hat. Looking like it needs a feather in it.
I mean, to be fair,
Pinocchio.
everyone was wearing them by the end of the episode.
To be honest, yeah, they were kicking it with that Swiss style.
It was the style at the time. You have to understand. So yeah, they are out in the mountains. They're taking a hike. They're having a good time. When the younger brother decides to go off on a little bit of an alternative trail, and they find
Alternative trail. He fell down a hill.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So because there is that bit where he's like, "Oh wait, big brother, over here," and he the big brother's like, huh, where are you going? Oh, you want to go down there. And then he falls down the hill. So I have to assume maybe he saw something. Yeah. But after he falls down that mountain, he definitely finds something, and it's starfish tracks. I still... Just the fucking wet imprints of badly formed stars in the planks of wood.
I think my favorite part of it is that after the starfish tracks, we'll, see who forms it, which is a starfish, but he's just got the points for feet. He's
just got points.
So, how did he do that?
Well, no, I think he has vaguely starfish shaped feet. As we see from the we see this later on this episode, actually.
Yeah, we do get a good look of his toes.
Get a good look at his little feetsies.
I guess that explains that question, but
it's still very silly.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop it from being ridiculous. But yeah, so they follow the starfish tracks because that's what you do when you see starfish tracks. And they find.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. And they find the Shocker fried chicken. They've opened up a mountain
KF
branch.
Shocker.
KF Shocker.
It's fascist looking good.
Yeah, they have these they have these red and white totems outside with the fashy stashy on it, but the top is red and it looks like the bits on a chicken. It just looks like a chicken on a pole.
It looks like a chicken on a totem pole. And then just with the way the rest of the building is laid out too, where it's all white with the red, it looks like a KFC.
Yeah. It looks like a little restaurant.
Looks like a little oh fuck yeah, I found a little chicken place here in the mountains. Give me a 2-piece and a biscuit.
I'd love a 2-piece and a biscuit out in the mountains by the stream. Are you kidding?
Are you kidding? Yeah, hell, that's my kind of picnic.
Finally, we found it. Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
Hitler's secret treasure. You open it up and it's just a box of Bush's chicken.
Those 11 herbs and spices is what was buried in that car.
Oh my god.
I threw those herbs and spices into the ocean. No, your chicken will never make me go any good.
Explains so much.
And seasoned every fish in the sea in the process. Japan just had a boon of fish that year. Just everything came out so good.
We're not talking Old Bay. Delicious.
So good.
I think this is an odd trend that happened in these 2 episodes, but I know it. Talking about this now, and I know B mentioned it during the episodes, that I'm hungry.
Yeah, just
hungry.
It doesn't help that it smells like curry is being made downstairs too. So I'm also starting to get I'm smelling those smells and I'm like, damn, I eat. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of food theming for these 2 episodes. I guess because they're the 2 sea creature episodes.
I guess, or accidental food theming. I think we're just
hungry. Yeah, I think maybe we need to eat bigger meals before we
just saw a secret base and we're like, fried chicken. And we're like, and B just sees a crab and just starts drooling.
If I was a Nazi fascist, I'd have oven a fried chicken. Damn, I'm hungry.
You're telling me that 5 bags of popcorn is not enough to sustain me for a day?
How big are the bags?
Yeah, I mean, really.
I'm
imagining that standard microwave popcorn bag.
Oh no, and the smart food, mini bags.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
No. Well, shucks.
You're going to have to eat a bowl of cereal, or you'll die.
No.
And then you'll be in the graveyard.
Pizza.
Yeah, I already had 2 pizzas yesterday.
Eat another
Eat a third pizza.
Well, send me one.
I would. Yeah, send me one.
Eat a burger.
I could send you a pizza.
I'll make some ramen.
Have some chimkin.
Have some chimkin. Get you some fashy secret recipe, yeah.
Shocker's 11 herbs and spices. Only at KF Shocker.
Oh god.
You could get one of the famous shocker bowls.
Oh man, Kentucky Fried Cyborg. It would fit.
Oh yes.
Oh.
KFC Kentucky. Oh my god, that's so good.
One of these. Surely one of these episodes we are going to get a Chicken Man, right?
Surely. Or some form of bird person at the very least.
The K stands for Kamen Rider.
This joke will come back.
Oh, yeah.
Kamen Fried Cyborg. that is what he kind of ends up doing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
We're talking about food too much. We're going to get everyone too hungry. We're going to get the people listening to the episode too hungry.
So we're going to continue talking about food throughout the episode, I'm sure. So you might want to pause this episode now.
Go get you some.
Get yourself some food. If you started what I assume is going to be another 3 or so hour episode without food,
really,
God help you.
That's powerful.
Yeah, power to the people, really.
Go to KFC, get some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, get some chimkin.
Yeah. Get you some food. We'll be right here. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, we'll be waiting.
Get your
for you.
Popeye sandwich.
Get you one of them Popeye's chicken sandwiches, or anyone else's chimkin sandwich, because everybody's doing a chimkin sandwich.
Everybody's doing it now. Like literally everyone.
Literally, yeah.
But they're not all good.
Nope.
No.
I swear you have to go to Popeyes, KFC, or Wendy's.
I haven't had the Wendy's one, but yeah, Popeyes or KFC are pretty safe choices.
Wendy's has always made good fried chicken.
That's fair.
This is very pertinent to Kamen Rider.
Don't go to Burger
King.
You. Don't get the Burger King fried chicken sandwich. It fucking sucks.
No, never get. Don't go to Burger King in general. Anyways, let's.
Anyway,
you know what?
This
you know what this has to do with Kamen Rider?
Tell us.
Kamen Rider, to kick that much Nazi ass, needs to have sustenance in food.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my segue.
Sponsored.
Just make sure Kamen Rider holding the burger.
just a big Popeye sticker on his ass.
Like fucking Captain Amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I want a gag Kamen Rider suit where it's just covered in sponsorships.
Oh,
I want to see a fucking GoDaddy logo across his goddamn chest.
I'm on it.
God, that sounds so good.
It'll be up on our Twitter, and then you'll realize, wait, what is this episode about? And then you'll listen to it 2 weeks later.
Yeah, and then you'll finally be burdened with glorious knowledge.
And you'll have your coupon code for GoDaddy.com. These guys discover a shocker base.
Yeah, anyway.
And they just decide to take a selfie in front of it.
Just a commemorative photo for finding the secret fascist base. It's great.
Look.
That's sick. Take a photo.
Look. If I was like 9 or 10 years old is how old I assume that kid is, hanging out with my cool older brother, and we were hiking in the mountains, and I randomly found something that looks like a secret base from like a manga or something, you're damn right I'm taking a fucking picture. I'm flexing on every other kid when I come back from summer break. I'm just gonna be like, oh, how's your summer break? Did you find a secret base? No? Oh, jeez, what a shame. How was your summer break? You didn't find a secret base? Damn, sucks, bro.
I'd be the dumb kid who doesn't return from summer break because I tried to break in.
You'd break in successfully, and then Kamen Rider would accidentally blow you up.
I didn't know they were there.
Well, either that or that would be the origin story of Kamen Rider V3. Ah, shit, they don't got another one. This one's a kid, too. Fuck. Ah, shit, dude.
I'm powerful with absolutely no reservations or intelligence. I am the most terrifying thing you've ever beheld.
Truly Shocker's greatest warrior.
No thoughts on that. You've got lots of intelligence, and I'll fight you on that.
Not as a child.
Like as a child.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, as a child, I can't defend your
marginally
child.
better with age.
Only a little.
By the power of age, I have grown 2 brain cells.
They fight sometimes, but you know.
I was dealing with 1, but hey. 2 are much better now.
So anyway, they go to take a commemorative photo of the little kid in front of the Shocker base when he accidentally trips over a big ass starfish.
Huge. Nobody saw this giant thing on the ground.
To be fair, he was backing up. But
No, not to be.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say
They
the
ran up
brother
to
should have.
It was like up to the child's thighs.
So big.
They ran up to the place, the KFC base. They would see it.
Yeah, I don't know how they missed this absolutely titanic starfish. But anyway, the little kid trips over it as he's trying to back up to get into frame for the picture. And the giant starfish prop comes to life, and it's our bad guy for the episode, Starfinger, aka the Hito Danger. And he's going to attack. But first we have to cut and figure out what everyone else is doing during this plot.
Meanwhile,
Which apparently is very similar, luckily.
Yeah, well, because it turns out Tachibana and the Rider Girls... I understand why the Rider Girls are here. Why is Tachibana here?
I think he must have said he was going camping and they just latched on.
Yeah, probably.
It is upsetting how likely of an explanation that is.
He said, I'm going camping, and they said, we're going camping? Great. Blah, blah, blah.
God damn, Shakes, you could write the show at this point. Like, oh my god, that must have been exactly what happened. And Mari said some things that can't be repeated in front of her younger brother.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait, we're going camping? Maybe Hayato will be there. Oh my god. That, but just
if you want to break us off with a little piece of that great Mari that you do. Up to you entirely.
That's fair.
Honestly fair.
I'm not ready.
But yeah, so we cut to the Rider Girls and Tachibana. They're out, they're camping, they're having a good time. Everyone's doing their part to help make dinner. Mari is singing "Oh My Darling Clementine," but it's in Japanese, so the lyrics are about wanting to live in the mountains and not being fit to live in the city. I was so confused by that.
I mean, don't you ever just lust for the countryside?
Yes.
No.
You ever feel drawn to the land?
No. B, you know what goddamn state I live in. No, I do not. I'm close enough.
The good countryside.
Like the woods.
The concept of the
that's
countryside.
I guess the woods.
The woods and the mountains.
Out in the woods, out in nature, with none of the other associated things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Chillin'.
Imagine being Imagine it's the countryside, but for every questionable figure, you just have someone who's more gayer than the last.
It's so many gay people.
Yeah.
It's a veritable paradise.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
Let's make our own woodland paradise.
If you donate $50 million
to our Patreon that doesn't exist.
To our Patreon that does not exist.
We will build a commune.
Yeah.
We will build a commune.
Come live with us in the forest and we'll talk about Kamen.
Somewhere near the Appalachian Trail.
A haven for the gays.
Yeah.
A gaven, if you will.
But yeah, Mari gets done with her Whisper of the Heart translation of a country song.
Country road.
Wow, didn't think that would hit you that hard.
I don't know why, but shit like that gets me.
It's my favorite part of that movie.
Oh my god. So yeah, they're all setting up, and Tachibana radios back to, I assume, the Moto Club, to speak with Hiromi. I made sure to remember her name, everybody. Fucking sound the air horns. We did it.
I'm not doing it for real.
Oh damn, you do have the button, huh?
In spirit.
Yeah, in spirit. The air horns are in your heart, and also you're listening to this on a computer. Do the air horns yourself, motherfucker.
This great site called YouTube. well, it's not a great site, but it is resourceful.
Yes, you're very resourceful. Anyway, so Tachibana is speaking to Hiromi, and he is asking about the status of Taki and Hayato. If they have gotten a chance to come and visit. Well, she unfortunately stays home with a cold. She mentions that she has not seen hide nor hair of them.
Right into the mic.
Yeah, really. Incredibly rude.
You gotta talk close on those CV radios.
Yeah, but still, you're talking to... So, save your crackers for when you're not on mic with someone.
Oh, right.
1971 ham radio ASMR.
No, yeah, it's not the talking right into the mic that bothers me. I know that you have to get in close. It's the fact that she stayed in close while she was eating the crackers.
Yes,
just lean back.
That's obviously, get in there. You guys.
You have to press a button. It's a push to talk. She didn't have to.
Okay, well.
Okay, just unpress your button.
Yeah. I guess if we'd seen a visible unpress, because it seemed like she had that switch that she had to flip for whatever reason.
She was absolutely chewing before and after speaking without taking another bite.
Yeah.
She just had her mouth full. I'm calling her out.
Yeah.
I tried to defend you, Hiromi.
Hiromi, you fucked up.
You fucked up.
Fucked up big time.
I understand that, etiquette for talking on the phone or the radio probably wasn't, super well. I don't know.
No,
I mean, phones have been around for a while
that.
At that point in time, but
because already food etiquette was don't speak with your mouth full. I don't care if it is through a ham radio. That rule still fucking applies.
That's fair. Though,
fuck you.
Though there are lots of cultures that apparently just don't care a lot about some of that, particularly chewing with their mouth open.
Yeah, you got some horror stories.
Don't like that.
I mean, it hurts for me to say this as a Korean, but Koreans don't care about chewing with their mouths open.
Oh, no.
And it hurt me. It hurt me so bad.
I'm sorry, B.
And I'm not going to say this is a super universal thing, but, just, culturally, it's not like here in America where, everyone will glare at you if you're chewing with your mouth open at the table.
God. Ugh.
I have a bigger pet
My
peeve
grandma would do that.
Than that.
What is your bigger pet peeve?
If you drop silverware on the floor, pick it up.
What?
Yeah.
Who's not... Wait, what?
Who the fuck?
Who's not picking up their silverware?
When I was working at my restaurant,
I knew that's where this story was going.
Yeah, many people would just knock off their silverware or their menus on the ground and be step on it. And I'm just pick it up.
Pick it up, motherfucker.
Yeah, okay. People lose all their fucking brain cells when they're eating in the service industry.
I can't fathom that. I stack my plates when I'm done at a restaurant.
Yeah, right?
I know, right?
I put my silverware in my cup, and I put my cup on my plate, and the napkin is folded next to the plate. I shimmy it over to the edge of the table so it's easy for the busters to get, and then I leave.
I don't understand.
You put a lot more effort than I do. I was gonna say, you make your life easier when you dine and dash.
No, it just, payments depend on where you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know you kids get messy, but adults should be able to know if a sippy cup is knocked on the floor.
You would think.
If I was eating at a restaurant with someone and they dropped their stuff on the floor and didn't pick it up, I would have to pick it up and stab them with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's entirely valid.
Disgusting. This is yours. Ugh, firmly grasping. Speaking of starfish.
Yeah. Getting back on topic. We apologize for that little food tangent. But...
yes, she was eating fucking crackers on a radio, which just set us off.
Look, here's the thing. Yeah, it extra set me off because I just haven't talked to him in a while, but I have a friend who is really bad about eating on mic, and oh my god, I hate that shit. I want to kill everything. I want to kill everyone in the call and myself when I hear that shit. It's fucking mute yourself if you are eating. Oh my god. Anyway, now that we've all gotten that out of our systems,
I mean, it's not out of my system. We just need to continue.
Yeah, we'll have our own little personal therapy session after this.
Yeah. Eternally festering within Gopher.
Poor Gopher. We apologize that you had to experience the service industry at all.
I apologize on behalf of humanity.
You don't need to. You're 1,000 thieves.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'll apologize on behalf of humanity. Although I guess depending on who you ask, I'm not a human. Hey-o!
I feel like we've not matched kayfabe whatsoever in this recording.
Nope.
Whatever.
Anyway, getting back to the episode, as Tachibana is speaking with Hiromi, he gets some interference on his own little radio that he's got, and he hears a cry for help from the older of the two Tadokuro brothers, who is talking about how he's being accosted by a giant starfish monster. We go ahead and jump back to that fight where the starfish monster is able to knock out the older brother, and he begins to kidnap him. The younger brother tries to defend his older brother, but the poor kid's got himself a little case of Velma Dinkley syndrome, and his comically oversized Coke bottle glasses come off, and he is out because he cannot see anything.
Like, not a damn thing. He, is looking directly at the scene and he can't see it.
Can't see, yeah. Continually crying for his big brother, waiting to hear a response, and his big brother can't respond to him because he's knocked out cold. So the kid just disappears, essentially, because he starts walking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, he goes the wrong direction, he turns into a mannequin, and he falls off a cliff.
He does!
That scene was so good.
I did want to bring up, because we mentioned, like I said, Velma Dinkley syndrome. We were like, boy, he really can't see anything without his glasses on. But he even, there is a point right before he falls down that mountain where he straight up just says, I can't see anything without my glasses. So they're like, they really got to drive this whole point home for you.
My notes read for the scene, little bro annihilated by the mountainside.
That's fair.
That's a good light novel name.
I think the light novel would have to have a few exclamation marks at the end or something like, little bro was annihilated by the mountainside?
Little brother.
He couldn't see anything.
He falls. Anything, yeah. I just counted. He falls for 10 seconds down this mountain.
It's so long.
God.
The pacing is really weird for a few scenes, particularly for these two episodes.
These next episodes.
And this was the first one.
They're so weird.
This is the first scene where they were just really fixated on this small child being beaten up by gravity.
I'm just thinking.
They threw that mannequin down an entire mountain and they wanted every second.
Yeah. It just makes me think of fucking the opening to Kung Pao Enter the Fist with the little baby doll that they rolled down the mountain. Because it's pretty much similar. They could have recreated the shot if they just had Hayato throw him down the rest of the mountain. Oh, baby, so cute.
Hayato finally comes and rescues this poor child who's somehow not a scratch on him.
Not a scratch on him. Even though, that mannequin hits some ankles. The first shot you see of the mannequin, his ankles get fucking annihilated. Like, those just get turned into dust.
Like, somehow getting caught by the world's most powerful gay man is able to just reverse all of the damage that this cliffside has done to his body.
Yeah. That's fair.
So,
that makes sense to me. That checks out.
Yeah, he's like those little green save and heal stations in Kingdom Hearts. You just kind of walk over to where Hayato is and you feel better.
You can just hear his ankles snap back into place.
Thank you. Much better.
Sounds like a fucking transformer.
So yes, we have learned where Hayato is, which is just fucking off wherever.
I guess, yeah. I don't.
He's here.
We really don't get little to any explanation whatsoever of like, where was Hayato? What's he doing on this mountain? What the fuck? They explain none of these things.
It's not like he knew where Shocker was. We find that out pretty quick.
Yeah, he didn't
He
know.
really stumbled on a lucky break here.
I don't, like, what was he doing? Was he like supposed to be meeting up with the others? I don't
know. Yeah, like everybody seemed to be doing things separate from each other because later we find Taki and he's just doing whatever. He's just hiking by himself.
Well, he's doing FBI shit, so I'm willing to give him a pass.
Was he?
Yes.
I thought he was.
There are some lines
was
explaining it that I could definitely tell people were missing doing their own gags while watching the episode.
Whoops.
It's why I made sure to pay attention.
Fair enough. Hey, great job.
I try. I gotta be useful for something around here. But I was gonna say it is a recurring theme of this last couple of set of episodes, right? Like beyond Tachi's initial introduction to the point where he's like an established character now, where like Tachibana and the girls will be doing something with what seems to be the expectation that Hayato is going to show up and join them, but not the stated guarantee that Hayato was going to show up and join them.
I don't know if it was in this case because Hiromi was back attending the shop, and I think he was just sort of checking in, like, "Hey, those guys dropped by. Are they looking for us? They got anything to pass along to us?"
Maybe, I don't know. It's just,
that's
like,
what I would assume.
I guess it's just like that's what I'm saying is they keep like there keeps seeming to be some expectancy that Hayato is going to be in the situation without any like seeming of a previous like, oh yeah, we talked to Hayato and he said he was going to show up. We don't get any of those. We just always get a where the fuck is Hayato? He's supposed to be here by now. Like, did he say he was coming? That's a grown-ass man. He's got shit to do. He's a freelance photographer. He doesn't, like, have a job secured. He's got to make money. He's got rent to pay.
Gotta be on that grind 24/7.
Yeah, really.
Living out in these woods.
Gotta be out there making that bread.
That's a good question. Do we know what Hayato does for work?
Freelance
Photographer.
photography?
Yeah, freelance photographer.
It's technically an assumption, but it's all we have.
Yeah, like that's...
Shout out to Shin Kamen Rider Spirits, because that at least establishes that he's like a freelance journalist. So
that makes sense. But like,
yeah, we do not know what Hayato. Right now, Hayato's job is Nazi fighter, except for the fact that that doesn't pay for some reason.
I guess he also does bike stuff.
Sometimes shrug. Shrug is the answer to all of this.
Tachibana seems aware of him for when they first met to a degree.
Yeah,
just like, oh yeah, you do things sometimes.
Hayato is an enigma.
Truly.
Yeah. He's really, I mean, he's just kind of a free spirit going his own way, man.
Always leaves you wanting a little more.
A little more.
Or a lot more in Mari's case.
Yeah, good lord.
Mari is something.
Yeah.
She always wants a lot more, I would say.
I'm not going to bring back the
other
comments
ones,
that
of
I made
course.
previously, but understands textbook
See?
cases of PTSD.
a little bit of restraint there. There we go.
Hey, I'm trying.
No, because B was saying, "Where's our restraint?" That's the restraint.
Yeah, there you go.
A commendable effort, I would say.
I'm growing up, Ma. Anyway, Hayato's just on this mountain, so he's able to catch this kid before he shatters his skull. And so the little kid explains to him about what happened, and Hayato's immediately on that tip, much like Tachibana. You know, as soon as he hears that something is vaguely suspicious, he's like, all right, well, that's fucking shocker. So he's like, all right, kid, let me get you back to the village at the bottom of the mountain where you can wait for your older brother, and then I'll go check it out. And then we get a good scene. We get a fun scene. It's an enjoyable scene that comes up next. because we got ourselves an Obachan to talk to. We're gonna get some.
Yeah.
Exposition Obachan.
Yeah, we're gonna get some information from the friendly local Obachan. I just enjoyed the scene. I enjoyed having an Obachan to talk to. I don't know about you guys.
Nice
liked
little
her gestures.
grandma moment.
Yeah. So
Classic old Japanese lady.
yeah, very
Everything
classical.
you'd expect.
Yeah, the hand waving, the wrapped up hair, everything, the whole nine. So we speak to Obachan, and she explains to us that yes, something strange regarding starfish did happen recently around this mountain that we're on, because a giant it's so fucking dumb.
You can do it.
A giant starfish fossil
Yeah.
is found on the mountain. And then it disappears after like a couple of days. What the fuck is a starfish fossil?
Everybody was like, "Whoa, what happened to the starfish? Do you think it got up and walked away? We don't know. We just can't find it anymore." I thought that was. I thought the initial thing about the starfish is interesting and fun, and that it was like, oh yeah, this is like the sea levels have receded. Like this used to be an entire underwater area.
Yeah,
so
that
there's still
was a
sea
fun little
fossils
bit.
in this mountainous region. Like
Yeah,
the wonders of the old Earth.
Yeah. That was
But
definitely
yeah, also
a fun
that
little bit,
starfish
but
left.
also- yeah. Also, starfish got legs.
5 of them.
Yeah, really. I guess there are. I suppose like undersea fossils are a thing, but I don't know why. But the concept of starfish fossil specifically is so silly to me. I don't like of all of the things. Why would it be a starfish fossil? Use an actual, get like a fucking trilobite or something. There's so many cool fossilized sea creatures that you could have gone with, and they're like, nah, man, starfish though.
Gotta get me a fascist plesiosaur.
Give me that trilobite.
Give me that trilobite. Oh man. So yeah, we find out that there was a giant starfish fossil that got kidnapped, or we are assuming, and by we I mean Hayato, are assuming that this starfish has been stolen by Shocker and turned into a cyborg monster. What does that lead us into? I think that takes us into Taki, actually. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, not quite.
No?
Well, because first we go to the Shocker base, actually, where we are explaining.
Yes.
It's time for the part of the episode where Shocker explains what the fuck. And today's edition, we are making an underground missile base.
As you do.
I guess it's for the production of missiles, and also
They're
the
making
launching
some kind of
missiles.
explosive.
They're making something, bro. Yeah.
They don't explain it very well.
No.
They just say they're making a missile base, but they have a lovely illustration to go
Very
along
nice
with
illustration.
it.
Yeah, they did.
Whole floor plan and everything seemed like a real nice operation.
They brought out that poster board and they drew up the entire base map, of which we only see 2 rooms.
Yeah. Look, that's how. Look.
I get it.
It's
I
like
get it.
like
But
the
also
concept,
yeah.
very funny.
And they don't make that much money. You gotta cut them some slack.
These 2 episodes are very much on the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they spent all their money these 2 episodes on location. Is the problem?
Yeah. Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
They're very nice locations.
Wonderful locations. We do some good stuff with the location in the second episode as well, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so we explained that this is going to be a Shocker missile base where I'm going to assume they are going to produce and launch missiles so that they can cause terror and take over Japan. And then we cut to Taki. And Taki is kind of just walking around pretending to be a mountain man, doing mountain man things, doing things that only a mountain can. But in actuality, he's here on FBI business. I don't remember exactly what it is, but he says something like the FBI was like following like transmission frequencies that they heard in the. I think actually, I think specifically he might have mentioned that they are following like the radio emergency call that the older brother does.
There's a real double whammy theme in these two episodes of just really focusing on CV and ham radio stuff.
Yeah.
I believe specifically probably what happened was they found a location or locations that had big old radio sets on them, and they were like, well, this is going to have to be part of the episode. Otherwise, we'll be wasting the set space.
Yeah, they really wanted to use it and appeal to that ham radio niche.
Hell
Those
yeah.
otaku and the
Ham radio
sitting there
game
with their
rise
radios.
up.
Yeah. Shout outs to all two of you in Japan.
all the two kids in Japan in 1971 that liked ham radio.
Like, this was the era for it, but I don't know
Yeah.
if that really would have caught on for a couple more. What do I know, though? I wasn't fucking alive.
Yeah, that's fair. Who knows? Maybe ham radio was huge back then. Well, maybe you weren't cool if you didn't have a ham radio.
Oh, it definitely was. Like, I could probably, if I had the time to research, I could tell you all about how ham radio really caught on in the 70s.
How
Your
ham
song
radio
Convoy,
went, as it were.
like it was. It's a hell of a thing, but I wouldn't know about its influence in Japan.
Yeah, Japan specifically. Anyway, so Tachibana, he's there doing FBI shit, and so very, very immediately suspicious of the shocker fried chicken. He picks up a rock, throws it at the base, and it's
Activates their defenses.
Yeah. He activates
Invisible Shocker Man.
which is the invisible shocker goods, and also the Hito danger. So that means it's fight scene time. Taki murders someone. Good job, Taki. We're proud of you.
Another one for the miscellaneous.
Yeah, another one for the miscellaneous. Keep that kill count rising, Taki. We believe in you. But eventually, when the going gets rough, the rough get going, and that's why Kamen Rider shows up and intersects himself into this fight. But he finds that our enemy Hito Danger is too physically tough for standard attacks. Taki actually goes for a swing with the sword to the gut and gets, for his troubles, a metal gong sound effect.
Yeah, he gets the comedy gong. Just dong.
Yeah. Dude's got abs of steel.
And he wants to give you a hug.
Yeah, he want to give me a hug, cuz.
He's always
Always
Peter Danger's
stands up.
default position as a starfish is just arms out. Give me a hug, cuz. Come here.
Yeah, really. Again, they always commit to the bit. And he said, all right, I'm going to be a starfish. Legs apart, hands out, got the pointy top. Give me a hug, cuz. I'm Starfish Man 24/7. So, again, talking about kind of the cool stuff that we do with location here, this fight takes place in like a little rocky kind of sort of a beach type area near a river. And just real close by, or at least seemingly close by based off of the way it's shot, is a waterfall. So we are going, we're going up the waterfall. We're having a fight on a waterfall. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
So up the waterfall we go, as we are trying
and then we do.
Yeah.
It's like, it's there, and now we're on top of it.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
So we are trying to fight off the Hito danger. Taki I think he goes to like shove him or something. What does Taki do? How does Taki try to attack Hito danger?
Doesn't he try to hit him with his walking stick? Like throw...
Yeah. Yeah, he just like... Is that this fight or the next scuffle with...
I think it might be
this fight, but it was earlier in the fight.
Where
that walking
he
stick
chucks
comes up a
his
lot.
Thing.
Yeah,
that
that was this fight, but it was earlier in this fight. But
yes, Taki just rushes him and like the recoil from his own rush
Some real cartoon
pushes
shit.
him. Yes.
I forgot about that. He just pinballs off.
Goes off a cliff.
Yeah. They got all the way up this waterfall and he just falls down again.
And then Kamen Rider and Huge Danger just jump, and they smack into each other, body slam each other,
Yeah,
and then Kamen Rider goes off
each other in
the
the air. Yeah, and Kamen Rider goes over the cliff.
Unlike Taki, where it's a quick cutaway, like you see him stumble, and then it is a cut to the view of him lying on the ground.
That was a good shot,
we actually get Kamen Rider. It was really good. But this time we get the full nitty gritty and get to see Kamen Rider as a mannequin actually get thrust off the waterfall.
Yeah, that was the other thing is we developed mannequin technology for these episodes, or at least for this episode, we were going to
Put
use
it to
it.
damn good use.
I'd like to think it's the same mannequin.
You think it's the boy just dressed up as Kamen Rider?
They just folded his legs to be a boy.
Yeah, why not?
I would explain his ankles.
They're gone.
Dang you, right?
Turned to dust.
God. And then after that we cut back to Taki, who's just wounded and sexy at the base of the waterfall.
I mean, I was going to include
so
that second
cheeked.
part, but you're
He
not
was
wrong.
so cheeked up in that pose.
It was pretty cheap,
Hips
though.
out,
I've been
slowly turns.
defeated.
How will I make it back?
And the Shocker
one of-
goons are just like, we don't give a fuck.
They do not
Go
give-
find Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Which is good because it gives Taki a little bit of a chance to escape, where he then runs into Tachibana, and we
The
get
Star
to,
Trek cave.
we get to continue our long tradition of friends assaulting each other because they don't recognize them in the dark. I think Taki like kicks Tachibana or something, and he's like, "Dude,
Yeah.
ow, what the fuck?"
Oh, what the fuck?
Who's there? Tachi runs up, charges him, and then Taki just kicks him. Like, what did you expect?
They're so gung-ho. They want to do murder so bad, I don't understand.
I think that's just how they say hello.
I mean, at this point.
It has to be.
Lights out. Get it?
No.
Ow. No, I don't.
So yeah, Taki meets up with Tachibana. Taki kind of explains the situation to Tachibana, because Tachibana was also around to do some snooping, because he heard about the starfish from the interfered radio call. He pretty quickly deduces that if Taki is there, that means that it's got something to do with Shocker. And so he asks where Hayato is. Taki reveals that Kamen Riders seem to have been beaten, but they have not located his actual body yet. And so I believe they go off looking for him, is essentially the general consensus. And this causes them to... They head back to where the girls are, right?
Or we at least cut back to where the girls are.
Yeah. I forget, do we actually walk back to the
I
world
think they
girls?
split off.
Yeah, maybe they contact they contacted the girls by radio. I'm sorry, I just remembered. Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is
Our ongoing
clamoring
theme.
for the... Everybody's clamoring to be the one on the radio because Horny Girl has it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Taki's there.
Oh, Taki's there.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
I heard he even died sexy.
Taki.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So they contacted the girls by radio. Go ahead, go for it.
See, I'm tempted to give it my all, but I also am very concerned that my family will overhear. I already say enough weird crap.
Yeah, that's fair. It's
So you choose the path of cowardice.
I guess so, for now.
Look, I can respect that.
Around your family.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's
That's-
some.
You were
I
just
don't-
around us.
Listen. I don't know why, because you have not been to my family dinners.
Are they there? They get real rough and rowdy and wild.
I'm I'm genuinely curious now.
Oh, pass the potatoes.
not to throw my family under the bus, but I do recall.
Too late.
Real tasty.
No, I'm gonna explain it. Don't worry. We Thanksgiving of 2019, I believe, and also Christmas of 2019. We're talking about the not safe for work furry art industry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just having a conversation.
Lucrative
like
business.
Really?
that.
Yeah, very.
That's what we were saying.
Make a lot of money.
And my mother turns to me and is like, "Why aren't you doing that?"
Well, gopher.
Yeah, gopher.
And she's
Pulling that
Chop
cock.
chop.
Yeah.
Make that bread.
Make that bread, gamer. Yeah, we'll have
Mom
a
wants
raisin
to
grind.
draw her first Sona.
Yeah, how much you paying, Mom?
Paying for the roof over your head.
God.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Pulling that
You
card.
know. You know, that's the parent card.
Fucking hit that,
Yeah,
that
I know
card.
it well.
So with these conversations, I'm not sure why I'm so timid, but for now, I choose the path of cowardice.
I mean, I will still respect it.
I don't know why.
Things can get pretty ribald at my house as well, but there are still certain jokes I would prefer that my parents were not in the room to hear me make.
Absolutely.
My mother would be the one to make them.
That's kind of the worst part. Is you kind of just have to stand there and be like, "Yep, yeah, that's the woman who birthed me. She definitely just said that." Gonna go ahead and just cleanse that one from the old memory brink.
You know?
Anyway, the point is, don't go to Vegas with my mom.
Here
Moving
it
on.
Or do.
Well, or do, yeah, if you got it like
Oh
that.
dear.
If you're into that.
Well,
what's your
Well, yeah.
anyway.
You can't keep throwing families under the bus like this.
Horny rider ladies aside.
I don't know if my family will ever listen to this. Hello, if you are.
Yeah, good lord.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Just
I
hello.
can't be sorry. I apologize, but I'm not sorry, if that makes sense.
If you're listening to this, you brought it on yourself.
Yeah. I didn't seek you out. You know what you did. You made this choice. Besides, this is episode 7. You're in deep. It's time for some shit to get revealed.
Oh no.
It's an hour into episode 7. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We're an hour into episode 7. It was going to
People
get here
who
Remember
eventually.
when I said this is probably going to be short?
Well,
Yeah, I did.
don't worry.
Well,
We'll always find
Well.
a way to fill it out.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate 30 minutes spent on fried chicken.
Look,
why not?
It was important.
fried chicken, it takes a long time to cook, alright? You're going to be spending at least 30 minutes, depending on how much chicken you got.
We did wait for them to finish.
Unless you got an air fryer, then it could take a little bit less.
Uh.
Any air fryers want to sponsor us?
And the air fryer is honestly, we got an air fryer in my house. This is pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
I don't
Brand,
have one.
Get them to sponsor us.
Send one to me, and I will tell everyone how it is.
Yeah, send air fryer sponsors. Send B an air fryer. Do it.
Make it
Send-
hexagon shape. Be hive themed air fryers.
Hell yeah.
All right,
The
everyone.
official
All right, here's-
Hive air fryer. We'll slap a Kamen Rider sticker on.
Bam.
That's
That's
We
a
can
good
make it the
idea.
Kamen Riders a bee themed air fryer. Double branding.
Subby.
Zubby.
That's a good idea. Kamen Rider stickers.
You know what's also a good idea?
Finishing this
Finishing
goddamn
this
Taki
episode.
and
episode.
Tachibana are getting a fight with Hito Danger.
Is that really a good
Bad
idea?
idea, actually. It's the problem.
No, it's great. It's part of their master plan that they definitely thought through.
That's why they get arrested.
Yeah, they get arrested. Long story short, they get arrested and go to shocker jail.
Yeah, you know, shocker jail.
Watch your head, by the way.
Yeah, good
The
lord.
shocker jail door's like 4 feet
You
tall.
have to actively duck.
Prison made for children.
Tachibana has to deal with the fact that he, an FBI agent, got choked out by a giant starfish.
I mean,
It was good.
just because you're an FBI agent doesn't mean you're immune to getting choked out.
But by a starfish?
I mean, I would imagine the starfish probably chokes you out better than a regular person. Unless it's like
How many?
Samoa Joe.
I don't know why using the word better felt very strange for this.
I mean, that's fair.
Better.
Kind of just chokes you out different.
Oh god!
Jeez. I thought we were going to have some restraint.
Yeah, we had some.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
okay, that's over with.
Yeah,
now.
we're not doing
Keyword being
restraint
had,
anymore. Restraint's
and some.
canceled.
Oh,
No, we're
God.
restrained because we're in gay baby shocker jail with some random man. Who could it
I
be?
can't believe we
Who
got
could it
fucking
be?
double prestige by that asshole.
We got
so
genuinely
mad.
bamboozled.
I'm
We
so
were like,
fucking mad.
because we like called our shot. We were like, oh yeah, he's gonna take his hat off, but it's gonna be Kamen Rider.
And it's, so yeah, to set the scene, Taki and Tachibana get thrown into jail where they meet up with the older brother who is also in the jail. There's one more dude in the jail as well, but he's sitting in the back corner with like his hands on his knees and like his knees in his hands, and also he has his hat covering his face. Right? This dude's chilling in the back right corner of the cell. And we are immediately like, oh, it's definitely Kamen Rider. He's going to take off his hat and it's going to be Hayato. And he takes off his hat. And it's some dude with like a full mustache and a beard. This is going to be like a really narrow pull. Especially because I don't even think everyone here in the podcast is going to get it. But if you've ever seen the old Chinese Kung Fu movie, Five Deadly Venoms or the Five Venoms, he
Oh my
looks like
God.
the fucking Centipede Venom Master. He looks exactly like the Venom Centipede or the Centipede Venom Master, right? So I was like, oh, this is just some other guy. And
Just some guy.
and then double prestige, he takes off the beard and the mustache, and it's just Hayato.
Completely went face blind because of the beard. It was the perfect disguise.
It was so good.
It makes him look so
He
different.
looks so like he literally looks
Like, in hindsight, yeah, I see it instantly, but also, like, damn.
If he was just trying to avoid me and pass me, I like that. I would be like, oh, well, shit. All right, that's a different guy.
yeah.
It's different. It's such a far cry from Tachibana's, like, tape-on mustache.
Right?
It really is.
Instantly recognizable Tachibana with a mustache.
That's just because Tachibana is so iconic.
Yeah, his iconic state.
As if Hayato isn't a gay icon at this point.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah.
we are no better than babies, as we all got fooled.
Really? Hayato was our dad, and he shaved, and now we're confused.
And so we must activate our master escape plan.
This was such a dumbass escape plan. So Hayato's grand plan to escape is everyone's gonna pretend to fight each other in the cell. And for whatever reason, and I don't understand why this works, but for whatever reason, this is going to draw the Shocker goons, the Shocker, like, jail guardsmen, not only to the jail cell, but into the actual cell to get them to stop fighting and shut the hell up. At which point, everyone is going to turn on a Shocker grunt and take them out. And then this is where we get a very fun scene.
which is kicked off by Tadakoro not shooting on Tachibana and just actually punching him in the face
because he doesn't understand the plan correctly. So
like,
he just
no, we're
decks
fake fighting.
Tachibana or Taki, and Taki's like, "Yo, what the shit? Pretend to hit me. No, actually hit me,
asshole." He's like, "Sorry, I got excited." I mean, he's proven he is ready to throw down. Like, we found out in these 2 episodes that everybody in the world of Kamen Rider doesn't have a flight instinct. They only have a fight.
Yeah.
Because they will just rush whatever is coming at them.
Really, yeah. The people of Japan are just like, I guess they've been inspired by a Kamen Rider to just be like, why would I ever run away from my problems when I can try murdering them?
Early on, this used to make sense because he stumbled on a boxer training in the mountains,
right?
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll take you on. I'm a fighter." But it's just like we get like this guy and Scuba Man.
Yeah, there's the diver. There's the guy who works at the meteorological lab. He goes out.
Man.
He goes after some dude with a chair.
Yeah, it does.
He's like a guy in a strange outfit and a mask blocks the doorway to his office when he goes to look at the electrical equipment, and instead of being like, "Hey, who are you?" or "Get out of the way" or anything, he just grabs a chair and starts swinging. It's amazing. God, you gotta love the world of Kamen Rider. People are just ready to throw down at a moment's notice.
And speaking of a throwdown,
yeah.
Oh boy, we got one.
Boy, did we get a throwdown.
How many seconds is this uninterrupted scene?
Please tell me how many uninterrupted seconds this is, because that is going to only add another layer to the sweetness that is how absolutely insane this bit is.
So when they get the guards in the thing, it turns into Little Rascals.
Yes.
It just starts playing double speed as they get into this elongated fight scene. As they literally just fast forwarded the footage too, because all the sound play. There's no like music. It is just the stage sound sped up along with the footage.
It is 23 seconds.
Holy shit!
For
so long.
23
That's
straight
so
seconds.
long.
Of specifically of the single shot of the sped up footage. That is not just the
one
fight
shot.
scene. That is the sped up footage.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it is sped up.
So
Yeah, no
long.
different camera angles. It is just one
It's
shot.
one shot.
One consecutive take. You see one of the back walls wobble a little, which they could have just escaped from through that if they really wanted. But
I don't understand. Like, I understand using the speed up to make the scene take less time, but still be able to show the action. But when you are at 23 seconds sped up, you gotta do a cut, my dude. Like something has to happen in editing.
They just fought at normal speed for 46 seconds, and we're like, well, we actually have time to fill.
Yeah, we don't have the time budget for that.
So we don't. Yeah, so we don't really. We were gonna probably use like multiple angles, but we only filmed one angle, and this is long as hell. Speed it up.
You know how hard continuity is with this fight scenes? Can't have that. You
Yeah,
gotta have
forget
this done in
this.
3 days.
We spent our budget on this beautiful mountain resort.
Yep.
We cannot.
It's so fucking ridiculous. And the worst part is it's not the only time it happens in these 2 episodes.
I'm looking forward to if this becomes like a new thing that they want to
God.
try every episode.
Oh, I hope so. It's so good.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, our heroes beat the Shocker people. And so their master plan is to take their clothes so they can masquerade around as Shocker people. But before they do that, Hayato is gonna go ahead and he's gonna turn off the alarm. And then he's like, I'm gonna flicker the lights on and off 3 times, and that'll be your signal to come out. So,
Yeah.
Hayato, he gets all geared up, he finds the Nazi circuit breaker.
Yeah.
He opens up the lock. He gets into the circuit board, and thank God that he can read
Shocker language.
Whatever this
Scribbles.
weird, like, custom scribble language that Shocker has is, he can read it. So he
Shakarian.
So he,
I mean, I know a little Shakarian, but my accent's awful.
I can read it, but I don't speak.
let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say this says no, higher. You want?
Look,
There you go.
look, I'm getting it. Okay,
I know.
look,
I'm trying to
I
help.
told you
I'm
my
trying to help.
accent's bad.
trying to help. Eat this
E.
stuff.
I need to get my range up so I could do that effectively.
Wakarimashita.
Yeah, look at my stuff.
Where's my 600 hertz voice to just pull out of nowhere?
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway, so
He flips the switch.
turns off the alarm. He flickers the lights. Everyone else comes out and puts on their shocker gear. And then Hito Danger and like 4 shocker grunts immediately show up. And one of them immediately looks into the cell and goes, "Hey, these guys are imposters."
What the fuck?
It's so good.
And-
And they're just like immediately like, we've been had, pull off masks and engage in combat.
Well, I mean, just even the idea. I guess my only assumption, especially based off of the way that it looks when they collect their clothes, is that they left the shocker goons in the in the cell butt naked.
Absolutely.
Left
Absolutely.
Their own
That's just
clothes
what's
assumed.
balled up on the floor, and then wore the shocker uniforms.
Just in a flesh-colored pile in the corner.
I think one of the more interesting bits about this scene is actually from a meta standpoint. Because for a narrative purpose, that did nothing but waste time.
It really did.
Right?
Like,
And it gave us an
Immediately-
excuse for Hito Danger to be distracted while Hayato sets a fire.
but Hayato
really,
could have
like,
already
they
done
could have
that,
just
like,
fought.
right?
Yeah.
Like, they could have fought, and Hayato could have slipped out as they were fighting, and then light the fires, because, oh yeah, he's lighting a fire in an explosive factory.
Mhm.
And then they could have just left. Like, I don't
It's so
understand
funny.
why they did the things they did.
Even immediately after they fight Hito Danger, Taki just turns around and is like, "Oh, we don't want to leave our clothes behind, can't go out looking like this." And he just grabs their clothes and they change back.
It's
So there's no point.
no point
Like-
whatsoever.
And this is all within the first, like, minute, so it's just, like,
It's
What?
literally. It's. I think. I am now starting to think that maybe what we thought was the truth, it was not quite the truth, and it was not that they had too little time, but in fact that they had too much time. And they were like, well, we can't justify a 45-second fight scene or whatever, but we can justify a 25-second fight scene. So we'll take the fight scene and speed it
No,
up, but we
but-
still have like a minute and a half we got to kill before we can
No,
end
but
this
it-
episode.
it's so much worse, though, because if you take the reason for them to get arrested, gave them reason to get into the base, right?
Mhm.
But Hayato was already there in the base.
Well, sure,
we
but
didn't
they
see
didn't know that. They were looking for him.
Yeah, but we as the audience didn't see that. So, like, Hayato just did this. He just did it as a plan.
Yep.
Gosh, this episode.
It's this episode has some very questionable decisions that are made by pretty much every member of the cast except Hito. Well, nah, even Hito Danger makes some questionable decisions, as we'll get into here in a bit. Kamen Rider sets a fire. He runs off. Someone mentions some other shocker guy mentions the fire, which causes the people who were fighting Taki, Tachibana, and the others to like go away for some reason. I think they go after the fire or something. I don't know. But like them and Hito Danger leave. Hayato is able to collect them and helps them like get out. He stays behind, transforms into the Kamen Rider. He's going to.
He's got enough room, thankfully.
Yeah, he's got enough room for a
Somehow,
backflip.
yeah.
He'll be fine. So he transforms into the Kamen Rider and goes after Hito Danger. And while he is doing that, we have a zoom out of the chicken place where we see it explode. Kaboom skis.
Yeah, they failed to suppress it.
Yeah, they did not succeed in stopping this fire, so the whole place just goes up. And so we are fighting Hito Danger outside. I should backtrack for a second, because the fire is actually important in that it reveals Hito Danger's dumbass weakness. Which is that apparently he was not a super strong, super hard cyborg starfish man. Homie was just dry as shit.
It's just crispy.
Yeah, just fucking crispy.
Like the chicken.
Yeah, man's just drier than the chicken tender that's been left
I mean, no,
out.
the shocker goons got turned extra crispy.
Oh god, yeah. But apparently,
He's going to get soggy.
if you get Hito Danger wet, he will his starfish body will absorb the water, which will make him soft again, and then you can hit him.
He won't gong anymore.
You won't gong anymore. So that's what Kamen Rider does. He uses the bike to force Hito Danger into some water. Once he gets Hito Danger all wet, he is able to beat him up. The finish of this is actually a little bit screwy, though.
It's a little wild. It is a cool set piece.
Yeah.
We get back to another waterfall fight, but this time we are in the water,
Yeah.
like right on the edge of the cliff.
Mhm.
So we're splashing around and living it up in nature and having a grand old time doing fireman's carry takedowns
Yep.
and back suplexes like we always love to.
Oh, yeah. And then we decide to take a page out of the book of the Lion King, even though it hasn't come out yet.
Help me.
Yeah, so Kamen Rider gets sent over the edge of the cliff, and he is hanging on, for dear life, trying not to fall off this waterfall. And so Hito Danger, he walks over and he steps on Kamen Rider's foot, and he's grinding on the foot, and he's like, "Die, Rider, fall!"
He says, "Rider, die," which is a really weird attack for Kamen Rider to have, but he
Rider,
doesn't
die.
seem to oblige in performing it.
Yeah. How many kids do you think back in the 70s actually thought Rider Die was actually supposed to be a move?
Rider, die.
Rider, welcome to Die.
And then this guy just dies in the just saddest way we've seen a
It's-
shocker agent die thus far. It's just
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Hayato moves his hand away.
Yeah, so Hito Danger is trying to give Hayato the old fucking Mufasa. And so he moves his hand out of the way, which causes Hito Danger to slip and fall off the waterfall. Kamen Rider, we have actually a pretty neat scene of Kamen Rider climbing back up onto the waterfall. It looks pretty cool, especially because I think there's a second where the stunt guy startles himself a little bit and like very quickly readjusts to make sure he's like on the waterfall. And then he jumps down to the bottom of the waterfall where he goes to confront Hito Danger. And I think Hito Danger like stands up and poses at him and then like falls down dead. And you just watch
falls on his
Kamen Rider
face.
just like look upwards towards the sky. And the crowd boos
Just
because
the-
there was no finish.
Yeah, we all just we booed because this is the lamest fucking end to, and it was just like, and they legit. See you next time on Thunder, because within the span of 10 seconds, it was like, Kamen Rider has defeated Hero Danger, he was off to another new adventure, see you next time on Kamen Rider.
Yeah, like seriously.
We ran out of time.
They fucking... I don't understand. Y'all gotta budget your time more wisely. I know you fuckers can do this because you've done it in the past.
For 17 episodes.
It's amazing.
Listen, everybody has their off days.
Yeah. I will give them that. Everyone has an off day. But yeah, that is our Hito Danger episode. I think it ends with Taki and Tachibana and Hayato reuniting with everyone at the camp. And yeah, that is episode 1 of the 2 that we are going to be talking about today. I mean, it's got some issues, but all in all, it's still a solid episode. It's
still Kamen Rider,
Yeah,
and I love it.
right.
But also,
it's not going to be up there in the echelons of like
Um,
Chameleon Man or Pyrosaurus or whatever, but it's no Cobra.
you know,
Man.
I don't know. I think these 2 episodes, frankly, are probably the weakest we've seen.
You think so?
yeah,
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, outside of some really good, funny, and fun spots, I think they have been kind of the most nothing.
which
Yeah.
I think is saying something though, because they were so thoroughly enjoyable.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, we still had fun. Like, that's the thing
Yeah.
with the Kamen Rider. Even a weak Kamen Rider episode, I think we can still have a great time with, because they always pull out at least one thing to give you a good laugh.
And I will say,
I don't know.
2 weak episodes in like 19 episodes so far, well, not bad.
That's pretty
That's
good math.
Yeah.
That's more or less a 90. That's like a B plus, A minus.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Absolutely a passing grade.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, very, very solid work from Kamen Rider. So with that, we are gonna go ahead and take ourselves a little sojourn, a little break. We're gonna have a nice short little ad read for you while we do that, and we will be back with you with the second half of this episode, where we're gonna be talking about the monstrous Crabbubbler right after this.
Hello, everyone. Are you enjoying the show? This is B-Drops here to give you a little information during our break. If you'd like to keep up with the latest news about longtime watcher, first-time rider, you can follow our official Twitter at FirstRidePod. If you'd like to keep up with what the rest of us are doing, please do consider following us on Twitter as well. You can find King Fats the 95th at KingFats95. You can find the Magical Whale Gopher at Whale Gopher. You can find Action Shakespeare at That Gal in the Hat. And you can find me at B-Drops Art. And if you enjoy what we do, please do consider checking out the other project that Action Shakespeare and I are in with our wonderful editor Wordsy called Tales of Harbor, the actual play of the tabletop RPG system OVA. You can follow our official Twitter at Harbor Tales. You can promote the show on Twitter with the hashtag Tales of Harbor for the chance to have an NPC in the game named after you. You can use the document in the pinned tweet to suggest magical items for our player characters to buy. You can also catch our newest sessions live every other Friday at twitch.tv/Wordsy. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
As always, that sound means welcome
Even
back to the
better.
podcast, everybody. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. We hope you enjoyed that little break. We're gonna jump right on into it with the next episode, which is the monstrous Crabbubbler appears in Hokkaido, or Monster Candy Bubbler appears in Hokkaido, if you want to use the Japanese. Kamen Rider episode 19, original air date August 7th, 1971. That becomes relevant. We got a short little synopsis here. It tells you everything that Yeah, it really does tell you everything the title tells you. While traveling Hokkaido, Mari and her friends run into Crabbubbler. Hayato goes to Hokkaido and breaks into Chakra's undersea base there. Yeah, we're gonna be in Hokkaido. We're gonna do beach stuff. It's gonna be a good time. Are you guys ready?
Bikini Beach Party Summer! Oh, that was a fun...
I don't know. Did you eat crab on your break, B?
What? How was I supposed to get crab in such a short
This
amount of
hour?
time?
I don't know.
Did you eat craf?
I can't melt butter that fast.
Craf?
Need a whole
crab?
tub full for this man.
Please tell me you guys know about that, right?
I don't.
I don't.
Why does it
It's
hurt
so
me
fucking.
so?
Okay, I cannot remember the name of the band, but it was an anime. I believe it was called Anime Boston. It was an anime convention that happened in Boston in the early 2000s, and they got a Japanese band to come play. It was like one of the bands that does the opening for an anime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the hype man's, he's up there, he's being a hype man, he's doing everything, and his English is not great, but he's trying, and we appreciate it. And so he's trying to get everybody hyped up. He's like, "Are you having a good time?" And everybody cheers, and they'd be like, "That's good. I am too."
Good.
Are you ready to party? Yeah. Good. I am too.
Me too.
Yeah. And then he gets to, because they're in Boston, and Boston is known for the crab.
Yeah.
He gets to, "Did you eat crab?
Oh.
Crab? Did you eat crab? Good. I eat too."
That's so great, and I'm really
It's
happy
so-
if you enjoy your
it's
Massachusetts
so
crab, but these weebs
fucking
have been living on
good.
chocolate cornets and one Chinese takeout meal from the mall.
You can
all
find the
week.
footage on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
fucking excellent, because it's the perfect intersection of his English is clearly not good enough to do this, but his enthusiasm is high enough that it still works. And it's like the
That's
best part is
amazing.
the very audible confusion from the crowd the first time he says craft, and then he says it again, and they're all like, "Yeah, craft, sure." It's so good. So let's go eat some craft ourselves as we go.
Sorry, I had my
I would
chocolate
love
fried
some
chicken.
cref.
Oh,
It
that's
was
fair.
unfortunately pretty tough and crispy. But that's
Yeah,
what
well, I
happens
bet.
when you blow up the entire chicken
I
shack.
Yeah, weirdly explosive is not the best way to cook chicken.
I just had ramen.
Wow, a lot of Japanese themed food. I had curry.
I had
I'm
some.
telling you.
I had.
B.
It's a monster.
Food yourself.
I'm
Gamers
really
rise
not
up.
fitting the theme
All
here.
the
I'm so
sustenance
sorry.
we need.
I have to.
I have the
I have to
mango
ask.
juice one.
I have to ask, B.
Yes.
Are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of yourself, or are you pulling a me?
Now,
and not?
hold on here.
The classic technique of not.
Gopher, I don't think you get to run this interrogation, considering the statement that you just said. So I'm going
That's
to
why
turn
I
tables,
asked. Yeah.
and I'm going to say Gopher and B.
You're going to have to.
Are you
turn in
two
your
taking
license.
care of yourselves,
Uh-huh.
or and each other,
And
or
each other.
or am I going to have to get down there?
Well, I'd like to think so.
Because I can't.
I'd like to think that I'm being a supportive person and also eating some food that will keep me sustained.
I think it has some juice in it.
B,
It's
you need to watch.
16%
B, you need
juice.
to watch your ass.
That's better than a
Because
lot
I can't
of
do anything to Gopher, but I can find out where you
dear,
live.
It's behind me. That's a
I'm
little
gonna
difficult.
Hurricane Rana you.
Oh dear.
Like there's no tomorrow, and you're gonna be like,
Oh.
"Damn, how'd that big ass get up there?"
Oh, I have
You do.
commissions
Actually,
to finish.
Yeah,
I
never
need
mind. I
tomorrow
can't
to
Hurricane
come.
Rana you. I spent too much money.
You're going to
Yes,
the moment I
it'll
give
be-
it to you, and then I
It'll
write
be
it
the
down.
first commission I ever have you turn in by hand, just so I can look at it and then immediately power bomb you.
But wait, you said you hope we're taking care of each other too. That means that it's not going to be a one-on-one.
A handicap match.
You throw if you throw Gopher in the
Let's go.
Let's go Jurassic go down.
Chaz go down. Because Gopher knows they can't beat me.
They can't beat B,
They're not even
so
gonna
they're
try.
not even going to try.
Are we going to have to cut all of this? Or are we just going to expose ourselves to everybody for no reason?
I think we're going to expose ourselves. Welcome. This is what we're like when we're not on break. Imagine
Yeah,
how
good lord.
bad it is on break.
Yeah, we're dead. It's dead quiet.
Yeah,
you
you
can
did.
hear a pin drop.
We're gone.
All we do is say "Rick-a-goo-goo."
Goodbye. Rig-a-goo-goo, rig-a-goo-goo. No context.
Oh, this is not surviving.
What is context? Is food you eat context?
What's it taste like?
But did you know that Kamen Rider is now streaming on Shout Factory, and episode 19
Episode 19
is
is about
crabs.
crabs.
It is
Crab.
about the...
And triangulating those
Yeah,
crabs.
Triangulate those
crab.
crabs, baby.
Triangulating crabs is
It is.
it's an indie rock band, I'm sure.
But you know what? Might also be an indie rock band. Two
that just
fishermen
is
on a
it,
boat
yeah.
in the
Yeah, that
sea.
is.
They're called They Might Be Giants.
Damn. All right.
Anyway, so yes, the Candy Bubbler starts off with two fishermen who are they're in the sea, they're fishing it up, they're doing it. When they notice that the seas are getting a little choppy as they're trying to pull in their catch, and unfortunately and dramatically their boat capsizes. I assume they die because we don't see them again for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, no. Their toy boat just falls over.
Yeah.
Flips over. The effect, I love the effect so much because it's clear they're clearly like filming two guys on an actual boat, but for the effect of the seas getting choppy, they are using like wave B-roll.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately,
Some of the wave B-roll is also as it's coming up to
so
the
these
shore.
are not very big waves. So I guess
And it's
I can't even imagine it's a justification. It was probably just in their mind the safest way to do this stunt is they made like a little toy model
Yeah.
of the boat that they've got sitting in like a pool of water, and they just tip it over.
Yeah.
It's so anticlimactic.
It's good enough for Godzilla. It's good enough for Kamen Rider.
Exactly. I absolutely adore that effect. But yeah, so their boat capsizes, and then this crab man comes out of the water, and he laughs his crab man laugh.
If I'm his SpongeBob ass laugh. If I might, I need to say something very important right now. The crab emerges.
Well,
Yes,
from
no.
the water
They
wearing
aren't
little
shorts. He's wearing pants the whole time. The crab is wearing pants. No, he has these.
No, he's not.
He's-
not when
okay.
he first comes
No,
out of
no,
the
no,
water.
no,
He
he has
gets
these-
Yeah,
his-
I
he
want
has
to
these-
double check this because
He has these things on the front of his pants the whole time that
he's
look
wearing
like
shorts.
they cut off in the front part, but they're like thigh guards
Does
that
he?
like look like
yeah,
crustacean
he does
shells.
have weird crab
Oh my
thigh
God,
guards.
you're
That's
right.
what
I
wanted
thought
to-
he was wearing
That
shorts
front
for a little
shot.
bit too, and then I realized
that's
that was
weird.
part of the design.
I forgot
It absolutely looks like he's.
over the break. I forgot
It
about the thigh
absolutely
guards.
looks like he's wearing little dude shorts.
It super does. Copper tone.
Which one is the baby shorts?
And I was honestly, I was going to be impressed if it was like crab all the rest of the way down, but
No, it is
apparently
crab
not.
torso with some pants and
with dude. All right, here
Hiding that
he
leg
is.
meat.
Oh yeah, he is wearing. It's because the
Well,
water
get
is
the
so dark, and you only see his like knees for a little bit. But yeah, he's definitely wearing
Yeah,
pants with the crab shins.
Shakes is absolutely
Look,
right.
we all-
I
I do
absolutely
too.
wish he was wearing little
it
shorts.
really
It's-
provides
it's
the
point.
illusion on many shots.
Yeah,
I just quite literally want to crack this man
Slurp.
open. I am very hungry when I look at
Hungry
Crabbubbler.
eyes.
It's almost like you should have eaten something more than monster.
Right?
Uh,
Fill my tub with butter, honey. I'm bringing dinner home.
Or let me rephrase this. It's almost like you should have drank more than an energy drink because eating monsters would
Stop
be
drinking
better.
monsters, eat them.
just start
This is
eating
what
them,
we're
yeah.
trying to do.
I'll
You're
give
so
you-
right. If they were so easy to find here, I mean, if one just crossed
I mean,
the street,
they do all
you
the
know?
time.
I would tackle this man on sight.
Gotta go to
He's
the
just
coast.
a giant
We're not talking
walking
about
That's
rat.
what this dude is.
Yeah, but he's also an
Another
actual
I
monster.
mean,
Like he's
Okay,
made of
I guess
crab
that's fair. Yeah.
flesh, I
We-
assume.
I guess-
if I tackle down an old white dude, he's gonna
Yeah.
taste like gristle and diabetes, not crab meat.
I mean, granted, this guy also might be a cyborg, so
An axe
yeah,
body
he
spread.
probably
That
also
might
doesn't taste
spoil
like
it.
crab
Oh.
meat.
That's just
I guess you
part of
won't
the
know
fun.
until you crack him open, though. So that's
No.
you gotta
What?
Yeah.
at least do that much.
Crab him open.
If he's a cyborg, he's,
Yeah, he's
probably
got
at
some,
least
some
probably
meat in there.
proportionally less than you'd hope,
A little
though.
bit of that man meat.
Well, as we've discussed on earlier podcasts, you know, you don't need a full body's worth. Like, you don't need 150
Well,
pounds of crab.
Oh, never mind. B
I
needs
do.
exactly that
Well,
much crab. Yeah,
You do?
that's why B doesn't
I
need.
prefer it.
I can listen. I'm that jerk at a party who can eat the whole cocktail shrimp ring and will go around asking people, "Do you want any more?" No, I mean it. Do you want any more? And then I eat the rest when everyone says no.
You know what?
Yeah,
Not the answer I
entirely
was
valid.
expecting, but fair.
This lines up,
Ladies
this
and
lines
gentlemen,
up with what
this
I know
is
about
called
B.
standing in your truth.
I mean it. If you want some, say so. I'm not asking just
I'm
to be
about to,
polite.
like-
I need your
Yeah,
answer.
no,
Every element of
get,
this
I
just-
get it. That's what I have looked at my family with there's like an extra large $40 pizza, and I just look at it with 3 slices missing, and I'm like, is anyone else gonna have that?
Y'all gonna speak now, or like I'm giving you the opportunity to get in on this now while the getting's good, because otherwise it's about to be gone.
I will take up 7.
This is your
I will
last.
take 7 slices now, and then come back
About
for
to
more.
annihilate this thing. Anyway,
Like the hill to that boy.
Sponge Boy me Bob
B ain't
makes
right.
his way over to a station.
Sponge Boy me Bob.
Why does he
I
not
think they were going for a
SpongeBob?
dolphin-esque.
They were definitely going for a dolphin, but also still why he's a crab.
The sea, P. The sea.
The sea.
I mean, how do crabs laugh?
Yeah. Well, they didn't know that at the time. Yeah, it'd be more like that.
Yeah.
So Kamen comes out of the water pretending to wear boy shorts, but deceiving all of us true believers.
Bitch.
I wanted to
I
believe
did too.
so badly.
That's because...
And so he heads on over to a local meteorological facility in Hokkaido, where there are 2 workers who are commenting on that there have been a number of recent tidal waves and tsunamis all up and down Japan, and that it is believed that undersea earthquakes are the cause of them. But no one has been able to confirm, because these waves have been coinciding with the destruction of nearby seismic labs and seismic detection equipment, so no one's been able to say with 100% certainty. It is at this point that we see old Crabbubbler breaking into this particular facility to do essentially exactly what they just foreshadowed. He starts cutting some of the power when one of the 2 workers who was speaking happens upon him in the electricity room, where he is doing his work. He tries to go for help, but he gets fucking bubble beamed to death.
He has a little straw in his
Literally.
mouth.
The little straws are really good.
It's completely visible. It's just like, this is where
It's
the bubbles
super-
are coming out.
Yep.
And then this victim
so
gets
good.
covered in suds and disappears.
And just disappears.
Fades away.
Some real Muppet shit.
They call him Mr.
Yeah, he
Clean,
gives them
for
the
he is
scrubbing
magic
bubbles, doesn't
eraser.
leave anything left. That tank's clean.
Oh yeah. Kills 99.9% of men.
I mean, it's accurate.
So
It's almost like to
Yeah.
survive that, you'd
yeah,
be the
and
genetic
we're gonna
freak,
get
you
to
know?
that here in a bit. We always say a bit when we mean like 3 hours.
Oh, I was foreshadowing without
well.
spoiling entirely, but okay.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
So the power goes out, which causes the tools
Anyway.
and instruments that are used at the lab to go off. And the other worker's like, huh? What's going on? Hey, wait a minute. We were just talking about, all those labs have been getting attacked. Maybe something's gone on in the electrical room. And so he gets up to go check. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Like, 3 shocker goons just show up to block the doorway. And so this guy immediately grabs the nearest chair and swings
Ready.
it at him.
Just ready at all times.
Born and bred for combat. Yeah, really just like, I've woken up in the morning. I think I'm going to go ahead and choose violence.
It is. Go ahead, B.
Oh, I just love how incredibly eager and ready everyone is in these 2 episodes to throw down.
And do you know how eager it is
Tell us.
in this case?
How eager.
From when the shocker agents are on screen to when he's picking up the chair, it is 7 seconds.
That is,
My guy watches a
Just
vine
like your
and then
face.
goes, time to go.
yep.
It is 3 seconds from when he asks, "Who are you people?"
Yeah.
That is some
We should
good
all carry
energy.
this sort of energy into fighting
Right?
fascists.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This scientist is one courtesy
Yeah,
away
basically.
from being Takeshi Hongo.
I really liked the scientist.
Mhm.
Sadly, I have to use liked because
Yeah.
he doesn't survive. He
Yeah.
gets squirt gunned to death.
Scrubbed out the face
They
of this
with the
earth.
gratata.
Yeah.
And by the
More like-
gratata, I mean,
Yeah, more like,
they've got. It's the.
Him squid feet coming for you.
yeah, the squirt.
Oh my god.
You finally acknowledge it, Pete. You finally
Why is
acknowledge
that so
that it's
pleasant?
a squirt.
I
know you
I
don't.
don't like that though. I
Hey,
don't.
there's a
like
lot of
thinking
things that
about
happen in
that.
SpongeBob that we don't like.
Oh.
But yeah, that's absolutely a squirt. It's like an old timey one too.
Yeah. It's not the sound
that-
it made in the show. We just do that ourselves every time.
I mean,
Might
it's
as
close
well.
enough.
They
Yeah,
have
it's-
the same
I-
tech as Connie Bubbler. They will just they give you the scrubbing bubbles with their little scrubbing bubbles guns and
What I love
evaporate you.
is that the one they show
love
off
it.
in
They're-
this scene is this big,
Oh.
elaborate looking. Like it looks like a machine gun.
Like a black machine gun. It doesn't look like any sort of fun
No.
or sci-fi gun.
It-
just
yeah, it looks like an
machine
AK.
gun.
Except it's like double barreled at the front.
yeah.
And the
Space
front,
gun.
it shoots water out.
My favorite part of that is that it clearly does shoot water, but it's
No.
not
No,
forceful.
not even a little
It
bit.
has
So
all-
weak.
So like,
Such a flaccid little squirt. Just... This is no super soaker.
it's a super downer with how much of a squirt it is.
Phrasing.
Anyway, we cut to Tachibana.
um, so they hit him with the scrub and bubbles, and
For who?
I think Kamen goes back into the sea where he belongs, and I believe we jump to the Moto Club where Hayato shows up to see Tachibana is not in the best of moods. Who fucking 12 guesses what this is about?
Hongo's back and he said he hates him.
Nope.
No.
Try again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought
You got
did
11
I misread it? I don't know. I thought he was in a good mood and then got into a sour mood when he thought about it.
He seemed pretty well.
I thought he was pretty
To be
hyped
fair,
to
he was-
be free of them. For a
He
little
was
bit.
pretty grumpy from the get-go because he had to talk with some dickhead customer and keep being like, no, we don't do four-wheeled vehicles. No, we don't do that here. No, it's a motorcycle club.
I forgot about that.
Again, we don't do that.
Bike
I
shop.
forgot about that.
Are you open?
Some dickhead just being like, so you can teach me how to drive a car, right? No, I can't, actually. That's not what we do here. All right, so anyway, I'm going to come in at 7 to do my car appointment. We don't do that here, sir. All right, I'll see you with my car. We don't do that. So Tachibana is in a sour mood, partly because customers being customers, but also partially because our friends, the Writer Girls, have gone off to Hokkaido to have a hot girl summer.
At least 2 of the 3 of them have. The third one is just mysteriously absent with no word saying why.
To be fair, no, she was in the other episode. Yeah, she was just kind of missing.
She just stayed at home.
Yeah. She was like, y'all are going to fucking punk me out to the crab. I don't think so.
She's got other stuff to do. She's the only responsible one.
Not again.
So Hayato comes over and he has a little conversation with Tachibana about the girls and how they're having their hot girl summer in Hokkaido. And he brings up the fact that right now in Hokkaido, swimming is prohibited while they are having some tsunami issues. Ooh, it's vaguely foreshadowing. And then we go ahead and jump over to Tachibana, not Tachibana, but Taki. Too many T names.
Too many.
Too many characters have T names. Anyway.
Just wait until we introduce the third rider.
I was going to say
Takahashi.
Tanahashi.
Takeshi and
You know,
Takashi would
It's funny
kill
that
me.
you make that joke, Shakes, because Tanahashi actually did star in one of the Kamen Rider movies.
Oh, man.
I may have us try to watch it if we ever get to that particular series, because that is one of the Kamen Rider X8 movies. So the bad guy is the evil Dr. Pac-Man.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Anyway, so Taki is reporting in, I think specifically what it is, and I am basing this off of some of the lines that happen later on in the episode, is Mr. Kaneda, the guy who the girls are staying with, is like Taki's superior in the FBI. So I think he's explicitly calling him initially to report in, but also Kaneda is like taking care of the girls as like a favor to Taki. And so then that's why he lets them get on the radio once he's done like doing his work shit.
Yeah. Okay. It's a personal favor for his kohai.
Yeah. That is at least how I am seeing it. Because otherwise the scene doesn't really make any goddamn sense.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense to begin with. Like, why the fuck
Yeah.
is this FBI dude, this other FBI dude, babysitting these random women?
Sometimes people work at the FBI. I don't
Can't
know
they
what to
just
tell you.
have some fun on their own?
No, you know damn well they can't.
No.
I don't
I
think
friend.
there's...
to pull
The
in
last-
to rope in.
Look, last episode it was Goro. This time it's Mr.
Yeah.
Kanda.
And look,
you know,
to be
it's
fair,
just-
the last time these two specific girls tried to
Gotta
hang
have a
out by
chaperone.
themselves, an entire bar full of people died. You really want to release that energy into the universe?
yeah.
Damn.
You
All right, yeah. Okay. You gotta
Besides,
follow
you can't
them
leave
around.
Mario alone. She's
Trouble,
like a succubus.
trouble finds them.
Just be a line of drained
I,
bodies.
she's not a succubus. She doesn't get any fucking success.
Well, not for her prime target. She's one of those ones where the hunt makes the meat juicier.
Oh boy.
Phrasing. Anyway.
Oh, goodness.
Firm, but
Well-
with a little give.
Some restraint. Some restraint. It's a relative term.
I mean, we've been worse on this show, to be fair. We've said... I shouldn't
Oh,
say
yeah.
we.
Okay,
King
I was
Fats
gonna
has
say, I
said
was
worse
about to be
than
like,
us.
what have we said, B? Repeat the words.
Absolutely not.
I'd make
cannot.
fucking
I
quadruple
cannot.
dog dare ya.
Certain prominent chip brands and whatnot.
Takis?
Wait. Oh no.
No!
That was a good one.
That's a good one, though.
I do think
Huh?
I feel like you're the start of that. No?
I didn't say it.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, let us free B from this horrible prison in which we encapsulate them by continuing with the
I'm
goddamn
sorry.
podcast.
What is this even?
You know, FBI guy, he's watching the other girls, you know, they're talking, they're having a good time. They're here at the beach. It's hot girl summer. You know how it goes. Goro asks about, you know, hey, Taki, when are you going to join us? And he's like, I've got some work stuff I got to do. And then I'm going to head on up there, because I guess Taki got a divorce. I don't know, man.
Did he?
At this point, that's the only...
Oh,
we haven't
yeah,
seen his wife
speculation.
since the episode.
He's just having a good time every once in a while. We just don't see him, you know.
Do that with his wife ever.
Yeah, his wife's not an outdoors person. You know, last time she
Right?
was excessively outdoors, she got attacked by Pyrosaurus. So,
I mean, yeah, but then, like...
no,
You know,
or
fair.
Whatever it was.
Okay, bye, honey. I'm gonna go fuck off to the beach with these other women and their little brother. Have fun staying inside.
And my
No,
and
I'm
my
not
good,
staying to look at you.
And my good friend Canada.
Maybe she trusts him.
Yeah, my good FBI buddy Kaneda.
What even happened? Like is this where the scuba diver comes in?
This is where
Okay.
the scuba diver. At least I'm 95% sure. Hold on, let me check my little.
This is
Oh no,
before
we
the
go to the
scuba
shocker
diver.
base.
Oh right. We got.
We go to Fashy Stashy.
We like go
Yes.
back there like 5 times,
Yes,
and
we're-
I feel like it never matters.
It kind of doesn't. Like, I mean, I guess at this point we're like, okay, here's what
Yeah.
Crabbubbler was
Yeah.
doing, and like now we have underwater bombs
Okay.
more powerful than a nuclear explosion to create a tsunami, and don't
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
anyone
I
learn
mean,
about
that's
our secret
Basically,
operation.
the point of the scene at the shocker base is here's what the bad guy's plan is.
Yeah, this one has more purpose. The next, like, I don't know, 3 times we go back
And-
there, it feels a little
Pretty ridiculous, yeah.
meandering.
Then it's diver guy zooms in onto an island that looks like
Yeah.
you'll find Godzilla, and just on an island in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, this dude's got his diving equipment. He's gonna go have himself
Yeah.
a time. Some random guy in a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses is like, I wouldn't hang out around here if I were you. You probably shouldn't dive around this area.
It's dangerous or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's promptly told to fuck off because this diver doesn't give a shit.
Hey, old man, screw off, you big lug.
Like,
Whatever
seriously.
I want.
Yeah, so he removes his Hawaiian shirt to reveal that he's got a crab body.
It's true. truly one of the better reveals
It's so good.
that we've seen as he whips off his hat and Hawaiian shirt to reveal he was a crab the entire time. He very much was not a second ago.
And if they instantly let's see how. I mean, I guess this is more justified, but Diver Man takes all of.
He goes
2
like
seconds.
he kind of
if
registers
that,
what
to
he's
go
seeing
into
and
a
going
full
like, "Oh
fight.
fuck you!"
Yeah, pretty much.
Charges him.
What I am amazed at is that he does have a knife strapped to
instantly goes down.
his leg, but he doesn't pull it out.
That's a utility knife. Yeah, that's for
Oh,
cutting
that's for
rope
fish,
and,
not crabs.
freeing yourself from things.
I mean, it's still a knife. Yeah, I
Well,
was gonna
Yeah,
say
like a giant crab
He's
man.
not a combat
No.
knife man.
He's some.
it's still a knife. It's like
He's
Yeah.
a pro
I don't
wrestler.
care what sharp object
I'd
it
pick up
is.
a rock if I thought it would give me a good chance to win.
Yes.
He's just look. He saw the crab Nazi did not have any weapons on him, and he,
He
said,
did have
"I
a
need
weapon
to give
on him.
this
That's
crab
the point
Nazi a
I'm
fight."
making. He had a knife.
No, the crab doesn't.
He's-
Oh,
no,
the crab.
no, the crab.
I mean,
Yeah,
the crab has
He,
a
he
crab
wants
claw.
to be an honorable
Honorable.
combatant.
He's not
As
very
proven.
I'm
smart.
stronger than the crab. It would be
Get
fair
your
for him
ass.
to knife.
It is my
Yeah,
solemn duty to
somebody.
kill a fucking monster on sight.
Yeah, apparently. This is the duty of all Japanese men.
I could have just been like, and ran and probably lived.
But I chose combat.
Yeah.
And then the Rider Girls and Mr. Kanda and
Roll up.
Goro just
I feel like it is
Stroll on the
important to
same
note that unfortunately our
place.
diver friend has been slain.
Yeah. Like, not, he doesn't
Yeah,
get the
oh, he
bubbles.
did.
Like, I think the crab just, like, crabs
No,
his
you like
neck.
crab hammers him.
Yeah, he gives him the crab hammer and probably, like, slices his throat off camera. We can only
Yeah, or
assume.
something.
Because he just sort of drags his limp, dead body sort of off to the side. Not enough.
This is why you gotta use the bubbles kind of bubbler.
and we get a baffling scene of them picking up the radio with like the scuba
Mhm.
tank just on the ground, and then a panning zoom
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
leg.
I mean,
and
this
they're just like,
scene
"Let's
makes
go.
a little more
We're
sense
done
in the
here."
context of
All smiles.
maybe they forgot to explain this, but Kanda, well, they did forget to explain this earlier, but then they kind of sort of explained it later that Kanda is also an FBI agent. So it is probably that Kanda found, scuba gear, weird communicator, leg of a dead person, or leg of a person at least. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's like
So-
he and the thing was like he noticed it, but the Rider Girls apparently did not, which
I
is
don't think they
really
noticed
goofy.
anything.
Yeah, it was really goofy because he's just like, and then just all smiles. Let's go somewhere else, and they're like,
I'm-
okay.
95% sure that you could stab a man in front of Mari,
no.
and she just wouldn't notice.
Huh?
She'd be
Why
like,
aren't you
"Okay,
stabbing
yeah."
me?
Like, oh my god, where's?
Not with them.
I
Never mind.
think Mari could kill a person
Yeah,
and
there
not
you go.
notice.
Yeah, oops.
Just be the fucking who killed Hannibal bit.
I found a murder.
Just unload a clip into Hayato and then turn around and be like, how did Hayato die?
Oh no!
I was
Oh,
just
God, it's
sitting-
so
Sexy,
hot.
So sexy.
No.
I was just sending him my very high-speed love
Good lord.
ammunition. I don't understand.
How many shots?
12 shots. More than enough.
More than enough.
Oh,
So anyway, we've got a crab walking against
yeah,
some crabs.
that was my next note, and
Yep.
I
That's the
think
next scene.
so. Like, okay, I did kind of want to back it up, like just a little bit.
Like there's like a scene with.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, so the scene plays out with the dead man. We mentioned that he picks up a radio. The crab man has a radio. is
Yeah.
one of the vital parts of this. He has a radio. He's talking to Shocker people. He drops it in his haste to murder man and the scuffle. To which Kanata finds and picks it up and rightly goes, incredibly suspicious. I'm taking this as evidence.
Yeah.
And the Crabman is like, fuck. Kanata and the Rider Girls go back to their little, I don't know, like their chateau. We're having another ham radio moment because both Taki and the radio girls are in two different stations that just have these big ass radio transmitters that they're communicating through, like as if they were just the telephone. They just giving each other a call. He made the same call to these girls as he did to the FBI headquarters.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make earlier. Is I don't think he's contacting the FBI headquarters. I think he's specifically contacting the house that the girls are at to talk to Kaneda, and then also because
he was giving them a report.
Right? Yeah,
he gave them
I think he's reporting
report.
to Kaneda.
No, because it was someone else who. Because you get this like, okay.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah, okay.
And I have nothing to report. Okay, thanks. And then,
yeah, that's
and then he,
right.
And then
Shit,
he makes
you're right.
different call.
Yeah, you're right. Damn, shit.
So this house
So what the fuck even?
I don't know. This house that Kanata and the girls are at is apparently in some kind of fucking dairy farm, like near the coast? Question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah, because Connie Bubbler follows them because he wants the radio back because that's a security breach. And it cuts to him in a field of cows.
Field of cows?
Just suddenly. and then it goes to the house. Like, there's no, like, correlation between this field of cows and the house that he's going to either.
It's so strange.
There is no time.
But yeah, so he busts in the house. He takes out everyone in the first room. I guess he only knocks them unconscious.
Yeah.
And then I guess
they're main characters.
Feeling generous.
I guess he makes a spur of the moment decision. Because he runs into Kaneda or whatever his name is. And he's like, I'm going to get my transmitter back. But I'm not going to kill you. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kidnap you, and I'm going to bring you back to Shocker, where your able body will be able to be turned into another Shocker combatant cyborg.
Yeah. He saw that he's a handsome man.
he was a good-looking fellow, and when I'd like him in my army.
And we're severely understaffed, and I'm going to get Employee of the Month if I start recruiting a dude.
If I pull this off.
They're gonna give me some Shocker bucks, and then I'll be able to buy the DS.
Get to buy the Nintendo DS at the Shocker game store.
Standard DualShock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So old Connie Bubbler's trying to earn some V-Bucks so he can buy the Kamen Rider skin. So he decides he's going to kidnap Kanda and try to take him back with him to the Shocker base for Shockerification. I don't quite remember exactly what happens.
I almost forgot about Shockerification. Truly, I don't remember either because my next things are about the boat.
I think the boat is next.
Is that just what's next?
Yeah.
That's
right, because they're stealing them.
Yeah, he drags him away.
Yep, yeah, sure enough. Even my notes say Hayato follows two
Taki's
Shocker
like,
agents
oh no,
on
what's
the boat.
going on? And
yes.
So yeah, we just cut to a boat where two Shocker grunts are riding around on a boat. They're followed by another boat that's got a Hayato in it. Something to comment on actually in this scene specifically, and we didn't mention it in the last scene or the last episode. We got henshins these two episodes. We only got one each, but we did get a henshin for each of these two episodes. So we're having more on-screen transformations. We're making sure to use that a little more often than we have so far.
At least one fight will have one.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how Hayato will, for this transformation scene, will jump out of the boat, transform and then do like a somersault and land in the other
It
person's
fucking
boat.
rules, yeah.
He lands on the
Really
white
good.
bitch.
So good.
No, he starts on the white bitch.
Oh, that's
He
right.
lands,
No,
on, the,
that's
he
the-
lands
he
on the
starts.
Sharkmouth boat.
That's right. I'm sorry. White bitch was Hayato's boat of choice.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure Hayato's familiar with quite a few white bitches.
Takes her,
Well, who knows?
takes her to the sea, man.
For any specifications, for anybody who
gosh.
has not watched the episodes yet, the in big red letters on the side of the white boat that Hayato is driving, it reads white birch,
Little bit.
but birch is kind of deformed under the curvature of the boat. So
Yeah.
you
I don't
can
know
see
if
where
we
this
all
is
did, but
going.
me and Fats immediately
We
were like,
definitely, as soon as we saw that, we thought it said white
Yeah.
bitch. And I was just like, yeah, huh? All right,
yeah, all
sure.
right. I accept this.
Honestly, something I'd name my boat.
She's a fine vessel.
She'll get you where you need to go.
She ain't nice, but she'll do the job.
And- yeah, so
What a
unfortunately,
hussy.
in order to
Anyway.
get the job done, Kamen Rider's gotta abandon this white bitch. Um, so he jumps out of the boat into the shocker boat. He beats up one of the shocker grunts, and he holds up the other shocker grunt and tries to get him to take him to the shocker base. That grunt drives him over to where Crabbubbler and some other shocker goons are trying to kidnap Kaneda, which means we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of a fight scene. Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Kanda, he tries to
He
wrestle
does.
Crab to the ground, but Kamen Rider just like jumps in front of him, and because Crab is going to use his bubbler.
It's one of those things. It's
And-
where it's like takes 5 minutes, but we were to understand that it took about 5 seconds because the crab goes like, "Blah, blah, I'm shooting a bubble at Kanata," and right, Kamen Rider's like, "Oh no, that's gonna hit him." And like,
Yep.
it takes maybe like a good 30 seconds to scramble to his feet and then run towards the camera, and then we get the jump, and then we get
1, 2.
And I want to say he blocks it. He doesn't block it with his body, but he specifically blocks it with a shocker goon, I think. Because I know he ends up getting his hands on a squirt gun.
No, he blocked. So an interesting thing about the timing with this is that, he jumps. It takes him 7 seconds to intercept the bubbles that were already bubbling, and then, from the looks of it, he like pushes.
Yeah, they both get to the floor,
Kanda
that's right.
down,
Oh, yes, yeah.
but not like a drop out of the way move sort of thing. It's more just like, hey, get down, and you can see Kanda get down himself.
I'm glad you're here to tell me.
And- yeah, so it's just like a little bit of a push downward, and he's like, okay, and then instantly wrestles some goons, and we have one of the
Very
best
good.
shots in the entire series so far, as Kamen Rider just holds up a crab
Roll
at
the crab
gunpoint.
up at gunpoint. Hey, give me the succulent crab meat and I might get hurt.
Looking like
A
the
little
Terminator
bit,
over
yeah.
Kamen Rider
here.
with a gun is a little too natural of a look. It's just what I expect at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just gonna murk a dude.
it's some emissary of hell good.
Which is interesting because Kamen Rider's not even an emissary of hell. But he's got the emissary of hell's kind of
Yeah.
energy. That's for sure.
I'd watch that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
And then
Yep.
Crabbubbler
He's
just
like, fuck
jumps
this,
back
you're
into
not
the
scrubbing
ocean
bubbles in my ass.
like a nerd.
Bye.
Is that how you want to phrase it? Okay.
Yeah, it is how I'm going to phrase it.
And then they're like, okay, we're gonna find the
Yeah,
base.
so Kanda mentions
Yes.
that he was able to get his hands on a communicator. He hands it to Kamen Rider to do something with, and Kamen Rider uses his cyborg ears to hear that it is ticking. So he throws it. He has him and Kanda go to the ground, and the communicator explodes.
Yeah, it's like they remembered they had a pyrotechnic and was just like, yeah, use it.
Yep.
Just make the communicator explode. Fuck it.
Yeah, we got an extra one lying around. Fuck it.
Blat.
Yeah, it wasn't even a big one, too.
No, not really.
It was definitely just like an extra firework they had lying around. Just bah.
Couple cases of that in this episode. I feel like they were
Yeah,
just using
really.
the last of their stock.
Maybe, yeah. So I believe this leads us back to the house with Taki showing up.
No, this leads us back to the Shocker base, where
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much all that happens is that Fashy Statue
Fucked up, you
says,
asshole.
hey, you done a
Way to go.
goof, Crabbubbler. He's gonna find us now and
Yeah, so
fix your stuff.
And the Crabman
Okay, what's up?
talks for whatever
What kind of
reason.
mustache?
Like,
Yeah.
not just making strange monster noises anymore. He just looks at Fashy Stashy and is like,
Apologizes deeply and
I feel like we are kind of skewing
Oh, we
the
also-
expectations for people.
We also
in
get
these
the ticking
episodes.
clock.
The Shocker monsters usually talk. It's just not as common as they make whatever their sound effect of choice is.
yeah, they make noises more than they
It
talk
still
all the time.
catches
But
me
yeah,
off
they
guard.
generally
It's a
do
lot.
tend to. Yeah,
Oh,
Hey, same.
I think I was just largely expecting Crabbubbler to be a little more
that's fair.
quirky than he was,
Yeah.
given his SpongeBob laugh. The fact that he just goes to like,
Yeah. Oh,
Serious businessman.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's one of those things
Oh,
where
he's
just a
mine.
man.
I don't know if we're ever not gonna get caught off guard by it, just because they're just like these weird monster men, and they do make noises when they aren't talking. So it's just like whenever they actually deign to speak, it's like, oh fuck, right, you can do that.
Oh, right, you're a dude.
Yeah.
I forgot you were a guy in a costume. Shit.
Don't tell anyone.
We do also get our ticking clock for the massive tsunami
Mm-hmm.
they're planning, which is in 2 hours. And then we go to the motorcycle scene.
The motorcycle scene? Oh, yeah. The scene does start with
well,
Taki
I guess
on a
it's
motorcycle.
just,
You're right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taki's just like barging into
So
people's houses,
Taki
being
shows
like,
up
hey.
to get a beat on the situation. He sees that the Rider girls are safe. He sees that his friend is safe. And this is the part where we draw the connection in episode that these two are like friends and business partners. Because while the subtitles just have him repeating his name, Mr. Kanda, the actual Japanese that is spoken, he calls Taki calls him senpai. So apparently this guy is Taki's superior of some kind at the FBI. That is not explained. At least not in the subtitles.
If not a superior, at least someone with seniority over him. Just someone,
Right, yeah.
someone he has learned from or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
their relationship is ambiguous because this man was invented for this episode,
Yeah.
and usually that means they die.
Die.
Waiter, die.
And Hayato has just finished triangulating
Hayato's
the
not
crabs.
Well, yeah, no. Hayato hasn't started triangulating the crabs just yet.
Yeah, we aren't.
What
we aren't
is
there.
happening is Hayato has...
He's identified the
Right,
frequency
he's-
of the.
he's
of the-
Yeah,
identifying
identifying
the
the
shocker
frequency, my apologies.
which is a super short length of 384 hertz. Is that actually that short? I don't think it is.
I don't know enough about radio.
I don't know anything
That's
about
fair.
anything.
My name isn't Ham or Radio, so I couldn't tell you.
No, John Hamm, inventor of the radio.
Whoa.
I don't think it
Yeah,
Would we?
I can't imagine.
Doesn't sound right, but I don't know about enough about radio to dispute it.
Yeah.
Well, just like, unless it's a different hertz that I'm thinking about, like, that is, like, yes, it is a high frequency, but also, like, I can go
But is it
over
but will that
300 hertz?
hit you a long way?
Like,
Megahertz.
It,
oh, is
it
it
megahertz.
specifically megahertz?
Yes.
Does it say? Oh, then yeah, that's
It is
that's
384
very
megahertz.
short, I think.
So
It's not
Apparently
vocal
megahertz.
strength. Vocal strength would be even shorter range.
Yeah, I was.
So yeah, they figure out the shocker frequency is 384 megahertz, so now they can catch Shocker on pirate radio.
Yeah.
So Taki and Kanda are going to stay behind, and they are going to, through their own abilities and the power of ham radio enthusiasts in the area, they are going to
All 6 of them.
directionally determine the location of the Shocker's base by having people figure out in what direction the 384 megahertz like waves are being broadcasted to them.
Yeah, I guess the idea. Go ahead.
honestly, I don't know. I think it was a really cool idea. I don't know enough about ham radio to dispute if it was silly or not, but
Yeah,
as
that's
a
fair.
complete layman,
It's
it was
like-
pretty neat.
I believe the concept is it would probably transmit or at least like they're measuring latency or something like
Mhm.
that it takes to reach each station and contacting everybody and then trying to triangulate the position based on how far it is away from each individual person, or something like that. Then the writer girls sit on the floor and draw lines until they have an intersection, which they would have reached at like maybe 2 to 3 stations. But
Yeah,
boy, do
they really
make a
didn't
lot.
need. They were like strained, these poor girls. So
Much
so
they had the
Hayato
real
sets-
rascal.
Yeah. So Hayato tasks Taki and the writer
Oh,
girls
yeah,
with
they
that, and while they're doing that, he's going to go to a nearby lab or meteorological something.
Yeah.
He's going to go try and intercept the Crabbubbler. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it, and so the child Gaggle must lead him to the promised land of where Crabbubbler is, as if it wasn't fucking obvious, because he comes strolling out of this lab as leisurely as you like.
And gets in a car.
Yeah, it's
Broad
fucking
daylight.
ridiculous. And so just like a bunch of kids are in a gaggle, and when Hayato shows up, they're all like, "It was him. He did it." Did what? Who is he? Who are you? None of that.
Hayato's nice enough to be like, "Oh,
thanks for the
thanks,
info,
kid."
And he goes rolling off, and the kids just kind of stare at him. And one kid gets itchy, so he scratches his stomach. And they had to leave that in the final cut, and I think that's funny.
And some guy just fucks off.
I think one of my favorite things about that scene is that you could very clearly see that Hayato is already looking
Oh, yeah.
in the direction that they are pointing at with extreme focus. He's already pinpointed the location of this extremely obvious, literal, like 6-foot tall bipedal crab man who's just walking around in broad daylight into a car parked outside of the building.
I don't know why the kids were there. I can only assume that they just were able to get their hands on some local kids for some acting stuff. And they were like, yeah, let's give some kids a chance to be TV celebrities. So,
Yay!
Kamen Rider follows the car to, like, I don't know, somewhere that's near the edge of the water. He follows the car there.
It's like a
What was that, Gopher?
dock of sorts.
Yeah, it's like a dock.
Oh, it's
or
just like a
something,
dock
but
of
he
sorts.
follows them
Yeah.
there, and then the Crabbubbler and the 2 goons come out, and them and old Kamen Rider, they have themselves a good old fashioned crab battle. Where we've got 2 Shocker goons. One's got the machine gun. One's got his own special Luger hand squirt gun. Neither of them are able to hit though. I want to say, does one of them get bubbled again?
Yeah.
Yes. Hayato uses one of them
Yeah.
as a human shield when Crabbubbler tries to spray him.
I don't know if human shield is the right explanation or the right word for it, because
Cyborg shield?
more so because we have later on in the episode, he does get sprayed and he's fine. So he didn't do. Hayato did not do this because he needed his own safety. He did this because he
I guess
wanted
that's
to murder
valid.
that man.
Yeah, so he murders one of them. I think he gets one of the other ones pinned on the ground and is trying to get him to tell, tell him where the shocker base is. I want to say that guy also gets bubbled, but I don't remember.
No,
He doesn't, but he gets hit in the groin
right, yeah.
with his crab
He does
claw.
get crab hammered in the dick. Poor guy. So Kamen Rider and Crabbubbler square off again, and I think this is another one where Crabbubbler just makes a quick escape into the water. And so we go ahead and we jump on back to Taki and the Rider Girls, and this is what we were talking about, where we get another ridiculously long, sped up, like bit of footage. Gopher, would you happen to have the approximate length on this one?
About 14 seconds.
Better than the last one, I guess. Then
Technically, yeah, it felt like an eternity.
Yeah, except
it feels so long.
Because unlike the combat one,
No.
Nothing's really happening in this scene. They're just kind of shuffling on the floor and drawing lines.
I think.
And when we were watching this, my internet had a hiccup, so I thought this screen was trying to catch up, and it was speeding up the footage to just get me to where I was. But no, that's just the footage.
I think one of the other very interesting things that kind of messes with how your perception of this scene is the fact that they sped the scene up, but they didn't mute the voices. So you can still hear the girls.
It's the same situation, yeah.
Yeah, they're speaking in chipmunk Japanese, but none of it's translated.
And there's no subtitles, so that's one of the things that led me to believe, did they just run out of time? Because I feel like this was supposed to be script stuff, and it just had to get cut. They didn't want to cut the scenes, so they sped it up.
It's very strange. But yeah, so we get that scene, and everyone's, I guess it's supposed to show the passage of a great amount of time and everyone working really hard, because at the end everyone's kind of all passed out, we're all sleeping, as Hayato comes back and he goes and he gets his coordinates.
Yeah, they sleepy.
And he's gonna go find Shocker's underwater base and deal out the ass whoopings that need to be dealt out. And I adore the way he does this. Kamen Rider gets on his bike. He drives up towards the beach or something. He looks out into the ocean, into the area where he knows he needs to go. He's like, all right, let's do this. And he takes him and the whole bike and jumps off of the beach or the pier or wherever he's at and dives with the bike into the water.
And his tiny model bike just shoots into the water.
Yes, it's so good.
The underwater bike.
Underwater bike. And then he rides the bike into the Shocker base. Meanwhile,
through the minefields they have set up.
It's so good.
It's just so good. When they go to evacuate, when Shocker goes to evacuate, he's right there.
Yeah, it is important to note that Shocker is planning to evacuate.
And he just starts.
I guess the big explosion they're going to do is also going to blow up their base. So they're like, we've got 7 minutes before these bombs go off. We got to get out of here. And then Kamen Rider shows up and he's like, that means I'm 7 minutes early.
They have a fight, and they have a tug of war over a switch.
I'll give you a guess who loses.
Which I still can't remember.
Yeah, everybody,
I
everything's
can't believe
destroyed.
Kamen Rider loses.
Psych, this was the last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really weird way to end
Anyway,
the series.
join us next time when we'll be watching.
In fact,
Anyway.
Yeah. We're going to be starting the new series,
Long time.
How to
Spider,
Train Your
first time,
Shocker
man.
Agent.
Yeah.
But they do have a tussle, and eventually they all backflip out of the ocean because they're on the coast again.
You know, like you do.
Yeah, they really did just sort of backflip out of the scene and go on to dry land, didn't they?
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
kind
they
of
did.
It's weird.
I get spaced out during that moment. Just like, whatever, man. We gotta end the episode.
Yeah.
We can't make him just fall down like into danger again. We gotta do this right.
We gotta do a proper one. And we do a proper one for this one.
For what it's worth.
Not, you know, the most significant part of this fight is at the end, but we do get a little bit here. Kamen, I guess, knows he can't melt Kamen Rider, so he's like, I'm just gonna bubble your eyes so you can't see.
Pocket bubbles.
Yeah, you know, it's not the worst of plans. It kind of works until it stops working. And Kamen Rider is able to locate him, and he lays down the smackdown.
Kamen Rider figures out the deadly technique of wiping his eyes and getting the soap off of them.
Well, he doesn't even wipe his eyes until after he murders Crabbubbler is the thing.
Crabbubbler does try to get the ride or die move over again.
Yeah, he does.
Kamen Rider does not accept this
Nope,
new special
ability.
ability.
That finish doesn't work for him, brother. So instead, Crabbubbler gets
get
served
a
a
rider
fucking Rider
punch,
Punch,
though.
which I believe this is our first ever Rider Punch.
No,
So very happy to see
it's-
that one.
Not first ever,
I thought-
but
didn't
it's
Chameleon
first
Man
Rider
get
Punch,
Rider
so I think
Punch?
it's notable.
No, Chameleon Man gets Rider chopped.
Oh,
Remember, because he
jeez.
karate chops the camera so hard it shatters.
I thought he punched it.
I feel like we've
can't
had
think of
It
He
hasn't
would've gotten
killed
a Rider
anybody
Punch.
though, so
but it's
Crabbubbler
good
is
to
really
see.
one of the biggest jobbers out there.
Maybe.
'Cause
I don't know. That's
He gets one punched.
one punch.
Just boom.
Then
he
he
falls on a
yeah,
rock and
yeah, boom,
explodes.
literally.
And
Their
then we get the
last
great
firework.
scene of Kamen Rider like standing against the sunset, and then he wipes his eyes.
That
It's
was
a good
pretty
shot.
sick.
It's a very good
It was
shot,
a pretty
yeah.
sick shot.
I would
Yeah,
want to go
it's
back
actually
and look
really
because I'm
good.
pretty sure this was our first Rider. I mean, I think maybe we got one Rider Punch before, but if we did, I can't think of one.
It was inconsequential.
Yeah, I guess it must have been.
Yeah,
Damn. Crabbubbler, a jobber though.
Yeah, right?
but that is a really good scene that I think
We have
more
one
or
more
less.
great
we have
scene.
one
God,
more
we have
great
one
scene.
more amazing scene though.
Because the girls and Taki and Hayato and Mr. Kondo, they're all together and they head to the beach and the girls are talking about how it's romantic. And
Despite
Hayato-
having nobody to spend it with.
and Hayato comments on how, you know, even our girls can feel romantic sometimes, huh? Whatever the fuck that means.
Hayato? Hayato? What the
Hayato?
fuck does that mean?
That's not a sentence. You can't
Bro,
just
what
say
are you
shit.
talking about?
Bro, you're scaring the host.
Why? Scare the bitches, Hayato.
Why don't you come and write some
But-
bitches and then you
but-
change your perspective?
He gets on his boat.
But the most wholesome character in
Oh,
the
it's
scene
so
goes to
fucking good.
Tachibana, and we're
Yeah.
just so happy to be on the beach.
In his old man
No, he
trunks.
rides up. He rides up on the motorcycle he was
That's right.
fixing at the beginning of the episode. And he's like, fuck yeah, it's the beach.
Katie
Let's
Beach
go.
Party Summer, he's wearing the full body striped swimsuit like a fucking cartoon old man.
So good. It's so
He's
good.
from the fucking 20s.
It fucking rules. This scene is so... Look, these episodes, I know we kind of dumped on them earlier by saying they were like the weakest 2 episodes we've watched so far. At the very least, go catch the end of this episode so you can hang out with Tachibana and have a good time on the beach.
It's the highlight.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the highlight.
That and the cows.
Yeah, really. It's so good.
Yeah, Tachibana shows up. He's like, it's beach fun time. Everybody goes to, get their beach gear and have a good time, and that's how we end the episode, alongside the narrator saying some shit about Hayato's got friends who are going to help him fight Shocker or whatever the fuck.
Hayato's clearly doing better than Takeshi Hongo, because Hayato can enjoy the beach with his friends. And not ride away into the sunset frowning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem is in the Takeshi Hongo version of this episode, like, Tachibana shows up and everyone gets distracted and starts playing at the beach, and then someone turns around and goes, "Hey, where'd Hongo go?" And he's off riding the motorcycle into the sunset looking sad.
I'll never be human ever again.
Well, it's okay, because he'll always be there to defend the world against Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Because you know why? If you can't believe in God,
Yeah, I was like, damn, I
can't
can't
believe
believe
in
I'm
Buddha.
getting rolled up by my own co-host.
you can always believe in Kamen Rider.
All right, that's all right.
Yeah, all right, this episode's done. Bye. No, yeah, but in general, what did we think about these particular episodes? I mean, I still had a good time, even if they were kind of weak.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the nice thing about Kamen Rider. You're always going to have a good time. We had fun with locations on this one, and I think that was. I hope we get to have more fun with locations because we did some cool stuff with this. I mean, the scenes on the waterfall, the scenes on the boats, and everything. We had a good time. We did some cool stuff. So definitely hope to see more of this in the future. Does anybody else have any kind of final thoughts or things they want to cover or touch on as we go ahead and... I am also looking forward to Poison Mothstar. Yeah.
There was some wild previews.
That'll be our next episode.
Yes,
and,
yeah, we saw some wild shit in the preview. So yeah.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're going to be going over episodes 20 and 21, which are fire-breathing caterpillar. His name is Poison Mothstar in the English for some reason. It makes a lot more sense in Japanese. It's just fire-breathing caterpillar monster Dokugander, and then Dokugander confrontation at Osaka Castle. Those are going to be the next
another
that we check
two-parter.
out.
Tasty.
Yeah, another 2-parter. So that's going to be a good time, and we are looking forward to it. We hope that you are looking forward to it as well. Thank you so very much for joining us on this episode of the podcast. We hope you had a good time. We hope that you're enjoying Kamen Rider with us. We hope you look forward to the next episodes as much as we are. And as always, remember, if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe in Kamen Rider.